Them. Who is them?
You know what I'm talking
No,
about.
no.
Them high yellow folks.
Whatever.
Oh,
I told
man.
you my daughter and my son keep talking to me in Spanish.
What the fuck?
Oh man.
They do. They keep talking to me in Spanish.
You can understand it, right?
It doesn't matter if I understand them.
See, I can't understand it, so
I'm not Latina. But my daughter comes to me yesterday. Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. And happy Kwanzaa. Today's the first day of Kwanzaa.
She with the Feliz.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she did. She was like, Mom, Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, she is down in Florida now, so hey.
It don't matter.
Did she play the music? Feliz
No,
Navidad?
she looked at me and said Feliz Navidad. And I was like, what's that mean? What's that supposed to be? What are you trying to say? You being funny?
That's a hell of a song, though. That's going to be rocking, though.
It does, but still.
You play that joint, don't you?
No.
That was the tequila shot. Feliz Navidad.
Really? That's how you feel my Christmas one?
Hey, man, hey. Tequila and singing, hey. That's two things you like, so hey, why not? Had the family there, you ain't have to go nowhere, like, fuck it. Feliz Navidad.
With my mama making rumbo.
Oh, she made those?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Thanks, Mama. I'm gonna take some home, so I ain't got.
You got one by one, like oh.
Try some of these before CP3 gets crazy.
It ain't me. I only had one.
It's me.
Oh, see, she was.
I feel like I was raised on these though. Like
Feliz Navidad.
She's been fixing these like my whole life.
Now,
And I used to
your
steal
whole
them.
life, huh?
I used to steal them.
Feliz Navidad. Now that drink stuck in my head.
See, that's what you get. Uh oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Mmm. Feliz Navidad.
CP3 got some secrets over here.
He got
some Christmas secrets.
Is that an on-air booty call?
You know, timing is everything. Timing is everything. I put the pinky.
I looked down. I was like, wait a minute now. Who's that calling?
Feliz Navidad.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me give you some advice, CP3. From your previous thing, don't let her watch the show.
Right. Tell her not to watch.
Hey, man.
Because she is going to hate you.
Feliz Navidad. Hey, man, I told her I was going to the studio when I talked to her. I knew she was going to call me on the show. But it'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let her watch the show.
I did send her the link the last week, the week before.
Oh, Lord, man, because some of the stuff you say, man,
She must not have watched it if you sent her
you make the women uncomfortable.
Nah, not really. I just talk about things they don't like to talk about.
I could see if she came in, that would be different. But just watching it,
yeah, you might get a different interpretation.
ain't no different interpretation. They're going to get their interpretation. But, you know, if she's in the house, it'd be different.
All I can
You know?
say is Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, I bet. So this has been a crazy ass year.
Mm.
So just this week, I think 2 rappers have been arrested for murder.
Right.
One of the dudes like shot the guy like after he performed or something like that.
Jesus.
You get off stage.
Like you can't make this shit up.
You get off stage and you just, yeah.
Like,
Terrible.
And the other dude last week when he got stabbed, didn't he get off the stage and got stabbed with the fight that was going on?
Well, it was not long after his performance.
Okay. Man.
so the crazy thing is when you're winning, you have to know you won. You know, like you're not working a 9 to 5. You're getting paid to perform and entertain people. at some point you gotta leave the streets alone for you to grow.
Yep.
Say that again, bro.
You gotta leave the streets alone for you to grow.
Yep. They can't come with you. The streets can't come with you.
And a lot of people I don't think understand that.
Mm-hmm.
The streets ain't shit, man. You can try to, keep that mentality or whatever, but in the end, it's going to bring you down. If it's not the mentality, it's the people you're going to associate with. Not saying that you're better than them, but they don't have shit to lose. You do. And they're going to do stupid shit, and you won't get caught up in it.
Yeah, but you're right. You're not better than them, but you should be better.
Yeah,
not just better than them, but be better. Be a better version of you. Of yourself.
That's what I say every day. I want to be a better man than I was the day before. It's damn hard because I'm a good man, but it's damn hard.
So your favorite show, Charleston White, he had another rant.
What this motherfucker had to say?
So he basically was like, fuck Farrakhan, fuck the Muslims. They need bacon. You ain't converted to Islam just because you went to jail. You ain't never killed a white person. He's really adamant about killing a white person.
And did I send that to y'all?
You sent the speech that Farrakhan was having. I didn't watch the whole thing.
No, it was him talking about Farrakhan. I thought.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Fuck the fruits of Islam. I ain't scared of none of y'all."
Yeah, he was cussing everybody out.
All I'm gonna say, he can talk that shit against the Nation of Islam if he want to. As someone that was a member, yeah, see how that turned out for you, bro. That's all I got to say.
First of all, understand something. There was a project in Chicago, a big project. I don't know if it was Graffiti Green, whatever the name was called. The government hired the Fruits of Islam to clean it up, and the drug dealers called the police on the Fruits of Islam, and they did this with no gun. They was beating the piss out them dudes.
No bullshit.
Up their bricks with their hand. So when he makes these statements, but then again, like I said, he's an internet troll, so he does what he does to garner attention.
Yeah, he was cussing all of them out.
He was cussing them out.
But he was saying, one thing I do sort of understand is that he was saying they didn't relate to some people.
So some of you. Quick happy birthday to Alicia Love. Her birthday was Christmas Eve.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. But yeah, he was saying that he actually. But here's the thing. I thought he was ignorant, but he's intelligent at times too. So he's not. He presents the ignorance to get your attention. But like he was just saying, like when he said "fuck Nipsey Hussle," I was like, "What?" But then he was like.
And then he continued.
But then when you hear what he says, and then he actually uses Nipsey Hussle government name, which I didn't even know. I ain't gonna lie, and I normally know rappers' names like that. But he said, that's the guy that actually built all the stuff for his community. Nipsey Hussle was just the character. And I think if you'd have came with that message first, then rather just saying,
it would have been different.
And he attended actually Nipsey's funeral. So which means he does have respect for him.
Well, he has respect for, like you were saying, the person and what the person did, but not the hip hop persona.
Yeah.
In a sense. I mean, I get it, but
his
delivery.
All how you present it, man. And just because he wants to present it that way to get people enraged or clicking on his stuff.
Oh, he's Captain Clickbait.
Yeah, that's
he's just the older version of 6ix9ine.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like them dudes. I would love to sit them down in a room and we go back and forth with no Google or no nothing. We just have a motherfucking talk.
But the thing like that is too is like, these people are cowards. Like they don't want to. Like if they can't control the situation, Like when he sat in there with those OGs, right? And he called them old ass men after he left. But if he would explain the whole fuck Nipsey thing, and it's not Nipsey who I'm it's his real personality who I admire. They would have looked at it different than just coming out and saying, "Oh fuck this nigga."
Yeah.
And I think that's what he loses the messaging because he comes across so negatively. You know, it's just how you deliver it.
Exactly.
You know,
That's like a certain person we talk about all the time that's in this market that, sometimes need to just shut the fuck up.
Here you go.
It's the last show of the year, man. I gotta curl up a little bit. Fuck this shit.
oh shit.
I got some frustrations on my chest with some stuff going on, so yeah. I'm about
There's
to
some
share
stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm about to share the show real quick and then gloves coming off. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Some of y'all motherfuckers. Not all y'all.
Oh man.
Oh Lord, let me pray.
Let me get my red wine. This one red wine. With the red wine.
That's what I did.
He wants to put the 1738 with the
Put
red
it in
wine.
there, like I said about
But we're the alcoholics. But we're the alcoholics.
Hey, you started me on that mixing shit, Mr. Jim Beam and 151, motherfucker.
Gotta be something in
two
life.
alcohols.
You open the door to this.
Versus red wine. And actually, that's probably my fault because I gave you the red wine aged in whiskey barrels. But
you're the enabler.
Aged in whiskey barrels versus actually putting 1738 in your wine is two different things.
That's aged. It's in barrels too. Shit. Potato, tomato.
So
shit.
So the internet went crazy this week when Jay-Z said there was no one that could stand against him in the verses.
Oh, I second that.
Okay, so we don't have to ask your opinion.
That's right.
He said, I second that.
I second
that. How true is that? I mean,
as you say, I'm not a versus battle person, but you always talk about it's the catalog of what the artist has and the notoriety and the familiarity with their songs, and not saying that nobody else is talented or has great, music, but like we talked about, he's had anthems. He's, his you couldn't turn on the radio without hearing one of his tracks from somewhere every 2 or 3 songs. So, like I say, some folks say Buster. Yeah, Buster has a great catalog also.
Little John said that Buster would smoke Jay-Z in the verses.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that, though.
And then they said Eminem. I think Eminem will be quality competition. Somebody mentioned Lil Wayne, and that's when I shut it off.
So here's my thing.
We don't get to Lil Wayne thing.
I don't agree with the Eminem thing because Eminem, if someone plays an Eminem song, like at a party, look at their reaction. They're not going to be rocking to it like they would Jay. Eminem, he had gimmicks that were good for that time. But Jay-Z, and I'm not even a huge Jay-Z fan, but Jay-Z's music lasts much longer than Eminem's. You can play something from Jay-Z's first album and everybody's going to rock to it at a party. Versus if you play Hi, My Name Is, people might leave the dance floor.
I mean, outside of this morning, I was rocking Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
When Eminem was battling MGK, he dropped that album. Or was it Kamikaze, something like that? I thought it was great. Ask me the last time I played it.
Exactly, that's what I mean. And no shade to Eminem.
There's no
he's
shade.
Talented.
Yeah.
He really is. It's just that his music isn't long lasting. So with that said, I'm not a Wayne fan. But I can admit that people can still listen to some Lil Wayne stuff. All his stuff wasn't music to me. But there are some tracks that he put out that people will still rock to versus Eminem.
Yeah.
So I get that.
I think Wayne would have been a good matchup. I also think that when people were saying, well, Wayne's mixtape stuff would have been crazy, I don't think Wayne would have won. Let's get that straight out.
But why can't you use mixtapes?
No, but I'm saying, but they were like, oh, his mixtape stuff would have killed Jay-Z. And this is because some people are young. They act like Jay-Z doesn't have an
exactly.
extensive.
That's what I was
going to ask that next.
Like he had mixtapes out, but it was still mixtapes.
Yeah, it's actual tapes. It's a cassette.
The Rockefeller Empire Strikes Back. When he put Young Chris and them all on the radio, and they came up there, and that's what actually started the beef with Nas. When they came up there and they took over. I don't know who was it. I think it was Hot 97.
It was.
Like
I still have that. I had that whole freestyle they had on the air. I don't know what I did with it on
my
laptop.
People forget that Jay-Z can.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of. He's one of those dudes that it'd be hard to stand against because he has a lot of great moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Can I Live with Bleak is such a great. Can I Live made you believe that I'm sorry, Coming of Age. It had you believing that Bleak was going to be the next best thing. Until you wouldn't
fool me.
And then they did a part 2 on the other album, and they continued the story.
But it's funny you said they fooled you. He performed at my homecoming in Norfolk State, and they thought he was like, he didn't come back the next year.
Jay-Z wrote that shit. I ain't know that, man.
He didn't come back the next year.
I mean, friend or foe. I was just like, I was on my way home. Someone chopped up The Streets Is Watching, which is really a great video. It's Jay-Z songs in video forms. And it's like they chopped up Friend or Foe, part 1 and part 2, and they made it into the video from The Streets Is Watching a video. And then they did another joint too. Where I'm From. That beat is just crazy. Marcy's son. I mean, it'd be tough. Like, people forget that his catalog is so long, and some people said Scarface, and I was debating with one of my homeboys, and I was like, Scarface catalog. I was like, Scarface is good, but I don't think his catalog is strong enough.
It's not strong. He has an extensive catalog, but it's not strong
because
because a lot of people didn't even know who he was for a very long time.
Until Mind Playing Tricks on me.
Yeah. And then even after that, he put some stuff out that people didn't know.
Like, no, here's the thing.
It was still hot, but that's the thing. With Versus is not something that this is about your record sales or this is about a really good track. It's about what the streets, what the public, what your community liked.
That's what I'm saying with Jay.
And because first of all, most of the people who watch Versus are people who bought albums, right?
Yes.
We all know that there can be a song on an album that was never released as a single, but the streets love it. That's what Versus is kind of based upon, and it's like you can perform these things on this show that was never a single. It wasn't on the charts, but the streets love it. So Scarface, if Scarface has a track that a small group of people really, really rock with, it could be a good track, but it may be new to everybody else. And that's the problem with putting Scarface up against Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean,
because Jay-Z is like,
that's what I'm saying.
Extra commercial. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
He is extra
Can't
commercial.
Say he commercial. As he said,
he has stuff that's not commercial.
He brought the suburbs to the hood.
Yeah,
they came to him to change.
Okay, at the end of the day, because he has some stuff that's not commercial.
No, yeah.
But if you take just his commercial stuff,
I'll say mainstream. I can't say.
Okay, mainstream.
Hey, the same Hard Knock Life is commercial. It was geared for.
That was geared. That was geared.
Can I get what?
He made something.
Jay-Z is commercial.
He's more main. Like you said, he brought the suburbs to the hood. He got into his shit. He got to change his shit to get them to listen. They started listening to you.
Okay, but it was extra commercial. So
any song you did with Pharrell is extra commercial.
It is, and I love Pharrell.
But you can say that about Timberland, but they had a connection though.
Right,
but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be commercial. It was just meant. It just reached a whole different audience.
This is meant to be commercial. Excuse me, this is meant to be commercial.
The sounds of some of his music. The sounds of some of his music It's very commercial.
It's meant to appeal to a broader audience, but that doesn't make it commercial.
What makes it commercial? Because
what makes it commercial when you're selling out to bring the other audience in. He still kept the same style.
So,
he
in
still kept
your opinion, saying that someone's commercial means that they sold out.
Basically, they go against the group.
Because for me, that's just a sellout.
No, the sellout is when you go against what you naturally are just to make a quick buck.
Okay, but when I say commercial, it's commercial. It's a commercialized song. You can make a commercialized song and not be, like you can have both. And Jay-Z had both.
Commercialized by not making, but he was making a
okay, but he has a lot of music.
Yeah, he has a lot
that is commercialized.
Yes, but he has an extensive catalog.
Okay,
just like the whole link. Like I said,
so you get upset, but I'm telling you this.
My thing is, what happened when he put out the Linkin Park collaboration? Who can even pull anything out on that level?
Okay, I wasn't saying that.
No, I'm speaking on the versus aspect of it. Like
okay.
Who could even have anything that would even compete?
So what you gonna put him up against Run DMC?
That's my point.
There's
no one in the game that can mess with his extensive catalog. You can try to match him, go by boom boom, but he's gonna pull someone out that you never even thought of.
But here's the thing: who says the Linkin Park is what they want to hear that time?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, just throwing something different out there.
But sometimes it don't work.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying the diversity of his catalog can throw anybody off. You can have the best MC up there, and he's like, okay, you go on this list. Well, what can you do with that?
But that's what versus is for a specific audience. Mm-hmm. Okay, all these commercialized songs may not work on that particular audience.
It all depends who's watching that.
That's why you don't just throw the mainstream. You throw that old gunner that he got.
The last verses, Juicy J decided to play his song with Katy Perry.
You hated that moment.
Everybody was looking like, huh? Because that song was actually, that's probably beyond commercialized. I really don't know how
that killed the whole vibe of the whole
thing. It did, because that is not the right audience.
Exactly.
But you got.
So what I'm saying, you're speaking to what I'm saying in reference to Scarface, though. Mm-hmm. Everything that Scarface puts out is not going to be for the versus audience. Even Jay-Z, some of the stuff that people want to hear is what the record labels probably, would frown upon. Those are the songs that they didn't push, because the streets want different than what
you gotta think about something like if Nas did a verses, right? What happens when he does One Love?
I mean, people gonna like it, but that's not their favorite.
People gonna like. A lot of people love that song because but it's not Hate Me Now,
right?
But what happens when he does I Gave You Power and he starts rhyming about being a good? Like, people love those songs, and they have their own. But they're not.
What's the one, Daddy's Little Girls? You're a big girl now. Not my daddy's. What you know what I'm talking about?
Which one? Is that the with Black Girl Lost or Daughters?
That was on the same one that the same album that Rewind was on.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
I think it's that might be Black Girl
or Big Girls Now or something like that. Big Girl Now or Daddy. I don't know.
But he has songs that
bad. I don't know the name of the song.
He has songs that probably would be a commercial success, but when you play them, when he performs them, people will go crazy
because everybody knows.
Because it's when we think of he has same as Jay, he has an extensive catalog, but it all depends on who he goes against because he could do a song and like 90% of Busta Rhymes shit's all high energy. So just off the high energy pace, you may go to slow it down. Busta Rhymes keeps turning up. Yeah. We may say Busta won because he kept us turned up.
Yeah. But and take a step back. Think about it. Well, first of all, Rewind is my favorite Nas song. So
it's different.
With that said, that's not a single.
No.
What's your favorite Jay-Z song?
It's too many.
Nah, you can pick one, bro.
You can pick one that's like that's. I have a favorite Jay-Z song.
I got a favorite Jay-Z song, and it's not a mainstream song.
Not either.
It's off the second album, Life of Times, and it's You Must Love Me.
I mean, that's a
very deep story.
It's a classic, but it's not a single.
No, it's not.
It's like the
Like I
last
said,
song.
I've listened to. I
My
mean, like
favorite
I
song is
know
"Allure" by Jay-Z.
that's another. I mean, like I said, I can't. It's so many that I could just put on rewind and just listen to all day
I mean,
long.
you could.
I can't even name
I mean,
my favorite Jay-Z track.
like my favorite song on the Blueprint is "You Don't Know." That beat is crazy. Like, and Just Blaze killed that shit.
Volume 3, S. Dot Carter with Joyce. It's
Side
all.
note: I call my son that sometimes, and he get mad at me.
What?
Just Blaze.
Why you call him Just Blaze?
Because his name's Justin.
So you just be like, Just Blaze.
I can see him looking at you too, like.
Yes. Yes.
What the hell is he talking about?
Oh, I think I got somebody, dog.
You just started some shit and the dogs just started howling. Just Blaze!
Just Blaze.
No, I'm talking about them fries.
Oh, they out there fighting
Oh
over
no, no, that's a Uber Eats.
Oh man,
fighting over some fries.
that's hilarious though. Call that little boy Just Blaze.
They call me Just Blaze for different reasons now.
He get mad at me.
Start naming my nieces and nephew after rap people.
Well, my daughter Jada, we was calling her Jada Kiss.
Just the fact.
And think about it, she's 20, so how long ago was that? He's a whole different person now.
Like,
man.
Call me Jada.
My nephew, shout out to my nephew CJ. He's cheating at a board game against his mama.
Okay, so you kept saying he cheating, and I was like, what he cheating on?
He cheated, and she took a picture of him talking about the cheating that started. Well, Keith, don't be putting my nephew on your social media like that. Let him win.
Little nigga gotta learn.
Yeah.
It ain't always about winning. It's about the strategy in the fight.
And cheating, that's a strategy.
That's true.
Next time I gotta
to
teach.
get you fucked up too.
I gotta teach him just don't get caught.
Exactly. That's the point.
You can't be letting her take pictures of you while you cheating.
If you getting pictures taken when you cheating, it's not your game. Dog.
Yeah, you're not doing it right.
You gotta go practice.
My son stay getting caught cheating. Is it Monopoly and you always want to be the banker? Always.
That's not a good sign. Make sure you're not going to the account.
And I always have to, hey.
You're gonna be embezzling shit from his
I'm like,
everything.
Yep, fork over that money.
That 15% knowing me tax, yeah, because you know me. That's 15%.
Man, I remember I was. We had this girl. I was graduating. We was playing Uno, and she bust all our ass for like 3 games in a row.
You're cheating.
No.
No.
So when it was my turn to deal, I gave everybody a draw for, except her. And when she called Uno, you made her ass pick 16 cards.
I mean, it happens. It happens.
You got a strip Uno before.
What'd you say?
Huh?
What?
You took something. It doesn't matter whether we did or not, or ever heard of it. At the end of the day, you took this quality, wholesome game
and made it
on this old first day of Kwanzaa.
You said we.
But hold on this first day of Kwanzaa.
I'm just saying.
You were choosing violence. Like that's what you're doing.
So
that's a phrase.
So you played strip Uno?
I played strip tonk, strip Uno.
Of course you have.
Of course. God, man. What y'all doing? Y'all teenage years.
Teenage. Wow.
I
thought you meant early 20s. Okay.
So middle school playing tongue for lunch.
Middle school? Wait, that's not teenage.
No, that's why I started with buying my lunch. The next thing I start, never mind.
You started with buying your lunch. So if they lost, they bought your lunch.
Yeah, I started paying for lunch money.
Yo, shout out to Vibe, man. Vibe is watching.
He was gambling and then stripping.
So CP3, we gotta set a date. Check the weather when it's nice. Vibe actually wants to come down here.
Okay.
So we'll make it make it nice. We can podcast and grill, and he definitely wants to come down here. So we definitely want to him to come down here.
Snowing, rain, just let me know, dog. I don't give a damn. Need some charcoal and some lighter fluid, baby. It's on.
Why you gotta talk with a pimp voice?
Because it's what I do, baby.
You got problems. You really do got
over
problems.
A year of the show, y'all just realized that?
No, we said every show.
No, I learned that a long time ago.
True that.
We said every show. you got problems, and it doesn't change.
But the show is the solution, though. See, that's the thing.
Oh man,
It's a solution.
Yeah, help me get it
It
all out.
hasn't. It
we should
hasn't
get
worked,
you.
though.
We should get you a. We should get you a hat that says, "Trying to find a sponsor."
I'm working on it. Working on it.
You working on getting a hat that says that?
Working on getting a sponsor.
I knew he was
You
gonna
know
say
what?
it.
What?
You know you take things way too far
I'm
sometimes.
just, you made a suggestion. I'm like, I'm on it.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm on it.
As he swipes, he's like swiping on his phone
I'm
as
on
you
it.
saying it.
So, what do you think is gonna be the best dating app for
Mm-mm.
2022?
Mm-mm. None of them.
That'syourshot.com. I don't know.
What?
That'syourshot.com.
Let me tell y'all something. These dating apps are awful.
I remember back in the days, my homeboy was on plentyoffish.com.
Yeah, so I did that one time, and
Everybody
yeah,
had luck on that joint.
I abandoned ship. Okay.
Everybody had luck on that joint but me.
Luck? What is it? I didn't have luck. What is luck?
Depending on
What
what
is
you were
that?
looking for.
I didn't have. No, I had crazy people.
Yeah, depending on what you was looking for.
I had no luck.
So you looking for same people. They're not on there.
I
They're not
found out the hard way.
Yeah, they're
And
not.
I literally abandoned ship. My profile may even be up there, and I just deleted the whole app. I was done.
Quick segue to sports. We got some breaking news from the Washington game. Look like Antonio Gibson is out, the turf toe. Flared up, he won't be able to go, and look like Jamin Davis is out on defense. So,
Oh my goodness.
whoo, yeah, this is gonna be an ugly game. I hate to say it, but yeah, this.
I mean,
whew.
I feel like the NFL, all sports, I hate to say it, just needs to stop right now. There's too much going on. I'm talking about COVID, not even his toe. I mean, like it's.
I mean, with the hockey, they postponed some games. Football, they put some games back.
Mm-hmm.
They
The
changed some of the
NBA
protocols.
is talking about reducing the time that their protocol. Like if you come up positive, they're reducing the time for when you have to come back. That's what they're working on right now.
Yeah,
that's not smart. Like y'all were smarter with the bubble than you are right now. I'm confused.
I guess they're going from the aspects and stuff because most of them are vaccinated and they're still, asymptomatic. They come up positive because of the new variant or whatever. So I'm guessing they're figuring, because they put new, like in the NFL, they put new protocols that even if you are vaccinated, you still need to wear a mask and other states they change some of the rules. So maybe that's some of the logic behind it. They're going to be stricter on some aspects.
It's still stupid because you can, whether you're vaccinated or not, you can catch and
so
you can spread this virus, this variant. I just think that's the stupidest.
We just said this last week, and people tend to make up their own shit. So let me tell you, dumbass people, this: being vaccinated does not make you immune from COVID.
Like, how many times do people have to tell you that?
Like a flu vaccination does not make you immune from the flu.
Right.
Basically, you can still catch it. It just stops the degree of which one that you have. The severity of it. So just because you vaccinated doesn't mean you're not going to catch it. Vaccination is not a cure. And people took it as we're cured. No, motherfucker. They went out party, We be seeing y'all on social media. We be seeing y'all be at the go-go's.
And then we see how you complaining about all these, you giving COVID symptoms, but you're not telling people that you got COVID. It's bad though. Like, it's very easy. This new variant is easier to catch than any of the other ones. You have to take it serious. And it's just crazy. It's crazy to me how people are reacting, how they roaming around. And they're not understanding that we about to be a whole lockdown.
Yeah, we about 50
again
seconds from a lockdown.
Like
right now.
They're canceling flights. You know how many flights got canceled over this weekend?
Yeah.
Like well over 900 flights. That's a lot of flights. Because the workers were catching COVID. So they didn't have enough people to work.
Like the movie Outbreak, man.
Right.
Little monkey and shit.
He said.
You know what?
Man.
You always take things
I'm
in a weird
just
direction. Where the fuck did that come from?
It's like the movie Outbreak, and I was like, yeah. They had to keep going.
The little monkey,
Yeah.
That's what somebody.
Yeah, the monkey
like,
echo.
like
They act like monkey.
they don't want to fucking listen, man. Just out there, just exposed it. They just out there, like
what
man,
they do?
They just out there just spreading their germs and shit. Like, come on, y'all. It's not about you. It's about the greater good, man.
Yeah.
No one, and a lot of people don't take that into account. They always just want to do. I'm like, come on.
They want to do it now.
They just want to talk, just to talk, man. Just like, shut the fuck up and put the mask on. Simple. I'm going to get my vaccination soon because this shit wild, man.
You haven't been vaccinated yet?
No.
And because of the craziness, you decided to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, I mean, this new variant, this shit, like, everybody getting there. I ain't fucking with Omarion.
Yeah, Omarion taking people out.
Little niggas, brother. I never like the little niggas pop locking and shit. Now they trying to infect everybody. Yeah, trying to infect everybody with that shit.
I heard this new variant. You wake up on the Spring 2021 tour.
Man, yeah.
Oh shit! You know, the dude from we got to talk about Slappy. So the dude, Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky, was sentenced for PPP loan fraud.
Little niggas.
Oh, Pretty Ricky?
Pretty Ricky is what they call it.
I mean, honestly, that part was shocking. I really thought it would have been something else because anyone who remembers Pretty Ricky, they were called Pretty Ricky, but I really feel like it was like only two that were attempting to be pretty. They were pretty rough around the edges. And it did seem like some little scandals.
There were some niggas.
Yeah, and Pleasure P was the only one that, like, he broke off from them.
Man, I saw them dudes on Love and Hip Hop. They some ratchet motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Pleasure P, like, literally left. And it made sense because I never understood why he was with them in the first place.
If you thought the New Edition story was crazy, all you gotta watch is like one episode with Pretty Ricky and Love and Hip Hop. You're like, these motherfuckers is insane.
Something wrong with all of them. Like, honestly, that's the least. Like, I really thought that somebody would have gotten arrested for something different and hit the news.
I'm glad I don't know.
The PPP loan, I said, you remember them though? Like
I remember they had.
It was like the dude singing, and then all these little.
I remember that. I remember they had a hit. I can't remember the song, and I just, I remember they had a hit.
Who was it? Them that was singing "Grind with Me"? Was that them?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they had a one.
They had the dude singing that was Pleasure P. Then they had the one that was rapping, but he thought he was like a sex symbol. And he kept grinding all over the place. He was light skinned. His name was like Fantastic or Fabulous or something. I don't know what his name was. But it was something that another man shouldn't.
Fantastical or something.
It was something crazy. Something that another man shouldn't call him.
One of them did some. I think he did some Bitcoin stuff and he made some money off of that. Or something like that. Because he was teaching. He was teaching how to do that.
But I thought that was from B2K. The guy from B2K. Not from Pretty Ricky.
I don't know. They look the same to me.
They kind of do, honestly. I feel bad about saying that. But I thought it was the one from B2K.
I feel bad because, no, I don't feel bad because when B2K broke up, one of my nieces was a big fan.
It was sad, and you was like, I don't care.
I called, I just laughed.
Oh. I was just like, okay.
I'm a terrible. I was like, girl, B2K broke up.
My daughter liked them.
My niece was the same little SWV. I was like,
But they didn't break up.
They stopped making music. I was like, your favorite group.
Why did you SWV?
I mean, SWV is different.
They were women. You should have liked them.
I was a Jade fan.
Oh my God.
Jade was a sexy little lady.
Don't walk away. Oh my God, that was.
I ain't with the girl with them long ass fingernails. I was wondering how she wiped her ass.
Yeah. But Lily was the short, light skinned one. I'm surprised you ain't like
she was
her.
nice.
Would you date a girl with long fingernails like that?
No.
But have you ever listened to SWV's lyrics? You really should like them.
Yeah, my niece, she played it. I just, it was cool. It felt.
No. Did you understand the lyrics?
Yeah.
Because Downtown.
I played it. Don't mean I didn't like it. I played. Don't mean I didn't.
Those are the most discreet, nasty lyrics
I used to
ever.
play them. I didn't like it, but I played it. I knew what it did.
And they have another song on the like Wait to Exhale. There's a few songs on the Wait to Exhale soundtrack that were extremely nasty. And that was great. What?
Downtown should have been your anthem, bro.
Yeah.
But in your early 20s.
No, I was in my mid 20s.
No, it should have been Rain.
My early 20s.
That's the one that should have been.
No, that didn't happen until my late 20s. I wasn't eating pussy in my early 20s.
Okay, but Rain should have been your Rain Down on Me.
Yeah, I think it squirted. I went to later.
No. That's not.
Well, that's what
She was telling the man to rain down on her.
Like I said, I don't like you to tell me. I want to do it by surprise.
Yeah, but
you just
letting you know that she liked that.
That's why, you know.
Let your love just fall on me.
Okay.
So
that was awful because we were all singing it.
That's what got R. Kelly started. See,
we were
hold on. So you don't like when a female tells you just want to piss on her.
Yeah.
Without telling.
Hey, it ain't no fun when they tell you.
Yeah, I'm about to need some real looking.
What kind of fun is that?
All right, so so I'm waiting for my guest to call in, so I guess I'm just gonna play some music now.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna play the new Warfare J video.
Is it a video?
Yeah.
All right, Warfare J.
Excuse me. But shout out to Warfare J. They got a new video out. They're putting work in. I love seeing young artists, keep grinding and moving.
Uh-huh.
This is a deep song, y'all. Listen to the lyrics.
Go and say goodbye. Let my soul float in the sky. I know this sounds crazy, but these are how my thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Can't too far to lose, no, I won't stop. I gotta make it. I'm good and I'm close, I just gotta see deep inside. Yeah, I'm in pain, but I'ma say I'm fine. Depression is killing me slowly, but I swear I'm trying. I'm 23, but I could die before I hit 25. See, life's a gamble, my nigga, you gotta see the signs. That's why I calculate every step. They carry me like a tattoo. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, I'm hard as bamboo. Been through the storm 100 times, ain't none I can't do. Now it's in the weeks, the benchmark of the century. Now you pray every day, feeling guilty, finding missing me. Now you all alone, talk to yourself, you can't even to me, it's history. Look at what you did to me, took my last breath, now you stuck sitting there in misery. Too little, too late, now I'm dead with an epiphany. Finally got a piece of mind, that's what I call tranquility. Yeah, go and say goodbye. Let my soul float in the sky. I know this sounds crazy, but these are how my thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Ain't too far to lose, no, I won't stop. I gotta make it. I'm fit and I'm close, I just gotta.
So much bad up in my body, I almost lost it. Pop a couple's ass, cause that help with my depression. Addicted to this lane, for that money I'm a fan. Crazy how this shit all started as a dream. And my bros, they right here with me, they gon' ride. If I die today, I pray my soul reach the sky. Ain't no limits to this shit, so my niggas, we gon' win. The devil in my ear try to take my soul from me. I pray he never ever get a hold of me. Really God, every night they cleanse my soul. Gotta calculate my feet so I don't die before I'm 25. Take your chances with my life. Like fucking roll the dice. Cause nothing in this life is really guaranteed. Started out with nothing, I swear I want it all. In a war with myself, I swear I'm fighting depression. Put my heart into the mic, I hope they get the message. Yeah, I hope they get the message.
Go and say goodbye. Let my soul float in the sky. I know this sounds crazy, but these are how my thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Ain't too far to lose, no, I won't stop. I gotta make it. I'm good and I'm close.
What you got there? What you got there?
Bottles out of nowhere, dog.
What you got there?
I was sitting right here the whole time.
Woo.
You said unveiling.
It's like she was like on The Price is Right.
Oh my God.
Ching, 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 ching.
So what you got there? What you got there?
This is a brute sparkling wine.
What makes it brute?
Well, you want to taste it and you can tell what a brute is.
No, I figured.
Let's taste it.
No, just for real. Like,
yeah, let's taste it. I mean, it's at the bar.
I was trying to get educated. I know you've been researched it and
research. I used to be a wine consultant.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I know you know. That's why I'm asking.
So, have you ever had brute champagne?
I don't think so. I'm not a real big champagne drinker.
Me either. I'm not a fan of most brute. Matter of fact, my daughter's first taste of champagne, I made sure it was brute.
Hope she was 21. Hope she was 21.
I made sure it was brute, so that she wouldn't be a fan of it either.
DC best.
That's messed up.
What happened? So, brute is probably it's not a lot of people's favorites. It's kind of rough.
So why you bring
rough
it
around the edges.
So why you bring it then?
Y'all don't like it.
Why?
Because the stuff that y'all like.
We not connoisseurs.
No, the stuff that y'all like. You can be a connoisseur
I like alcohol,
and still like brute.
I feel like I'm being profiled here.
No, I mean I just know what people like. That's like part of. Remember, I used to be a bartender, and bartenders know a good drink for people, right? And I want you to taste it before we go into the difference between them. I used to also do wine tasting, so I'm not just gonna tell you. I want you to realize what you taste before I tell you what it is. Because if I tell you, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I taste it." No, I need you to.
I don't taste no brute apple shade.
What?
My fucking roots.
So I would say this. Let me talk about that video that we just saw real quick.
Yes, please. One of our lovely faves.
Salute to Warfare, Jay and Shug. I really like. He performed that in Atlanta, and the performance. I was like, I didn't like the performance. I was like, why is he doing this song? Because I wanted him to do the Russell Westbrook song.
Right.
Because the more club atmosphere. Listening to the song and watching the video, it's a very deep message, though. It's a very deep message, and I understood why he did it because he
wanted that message to come across.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, as any Steelers fans probably are in deep thoughts right now because they are getting pummeled. It's something to dealing with mental health. And as a person who's been going through a lot of mental health issues for these past couple of months, because it's been a lot on me, I can really relate, and I can, especially after you lose somebody, you do get down, you do get a little depressed, and you have to fight those demons. So I can really appreciate it, going through my journey right now.
Right, and then honestly, a lot of people, especially during the holiday seasons, feel away,
True.
But remember when we interviewed him, I was really happy that he was he's a conscious rapper, and I like that. We don't get to say that too much anymore.
True. I mean, and I just actually, I actually reached out to I sent him a link, CP3 a link about some hats, but I actually talked to Hollywood. That's where I got the link from. For that's who he does his stuff with. But we actually had a conversation. For those you don't know, Hollywood ran Rise Radio, Rise 95, and his mom had passed away. And he had a mental breakdown. And going through what I'm going through right now, these holiday times are tough.
Yeah.
I cannot help not to think about my aunt, now my uncle, in any situation, and now my stepmom.
Right.
I always had fun calling on Mother's Day and calling my father, and he answered the phone, and I'd be like, you know this phone call ain't for you.
Right. I don't even know why you picked up.
You got a month to go, brother. You got a month to go, brother.
But unfortunately, because of what's been going on for the past 2 years now, in our country, a lot of people do have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And on a frequent basis, it's sad to say. And I'm happy that we're here, honestly.
I am.
Because we have to be here.
Well, I love that we've had a very great year. And it's also therapy for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as I was talking with Hollywood and stuff, and I said, my show is therapy for me. And he said, I didn't think about it. So, my show is therapy too. I said, especially when these times where you're not going out and partying. Well, I'm not going out and partying.
Man.
Especially now, but after the unicorn virus, I mean, I'm not trying to turn into a transformer, but
this is the longest time frame in my entire life that I've gone. I haven't gone to a sporting event. Yes, they have fans there, but I'm not comfortable with it. And up until March 2020, I was literally at sporting events.
Yeah.
I was at sporting events up until March of 2020. The last sporting event I went to, I think I took my dad to a Wizards game.
Yeah, so I mean, I was the type of person, if I ain't have nobody to go, I go to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
If I'm bored, I'd be at the bar.
Yep.
I
was at the movie theaters for every premiere. I had season tickets to everything. We had to stop. We were at a standstill, and I still haven't. I'm nowhere near that because I'm barely going out. You know? So I was always gone. So I mean, but like I said, I'm happy that we're still here because so many people aren't.
Yeah.
So it's the last show of the season of the year.
Yes, I mean it's.
So that's why I brought some. Don't do that. We are at the bar. CP3.
Some more alcohol.
CP3.
Can you go get a cup, please?
Just gonna get some cups.
And
some more alcohol.
Okay, because I'm wanna pop this, but
yeah, I ain't trying to get hit.
What you mean? I know what I'm doing.
But we definitely should salute that young brother.
Yes.
And definitely like as we talk about songs like the Jay-Z and the Nas and certain songs that have moments that make you think.
Yeah.
And I think he reached his goal with that.
Yeah, and then for him to be young, let's be real, Nas, Jay-Z, a lot of people that we grew up listening to, they're not young. They at least 50.
Yeah.
At least. that's the younger crew. So to hear a young artist doing that, it gives me hope.
Oh, speaking of Nas, he just dropped a new album.
Nas is doing so much. He do some sneaky stuff.
Well,
he did that sneaky stuff, and then he blessed us with Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, he dropped a new album called Magic. Him and Hit Boy. I liked it.
Okay.
It's because he's on his own label now.
Right.
So Master built his own label.
Meaning he can drop what he wants, when he wants. So.
And as much, man, you going off today. As much as I wanted, like stuff like Illmatic and Stillmatic, and the song and Life is Good to get the Grammy. When King Disease got the Grammy and I found out it was on Nas's own label, I was even more ecstatic.
Yep.
And King Disease 2 was actually really nice with the Lauryn Hill joint too. And King Disease 3 is coming after this, but he just dropped this other one. Like I saw it online, and he was like, "Yeah, on Christmas or something like that, we're dropping another 9 songs for no reason."
Good job.
I mean, the Lost Tapes. If you ever want to hear a very deep and crazy album, the Lost Tapes is like the shit that he just didn't use.
Right.
Book of Rhymes was like crazy on that joint. He was just like start verses, and he was just a whole rhyme about verses that he started and never finished.
Yeah. But Nas is, that man is
So I
very
like deep
intelligent.
stuff. And like I said, Wolf Ed J did very, very good. What you get? You get sexing, some sexing going on there while you live on there.
But he'll say that it's me, right? He'll always say y'all it's me. But I'll look over at CP3 and then I glance down at his phone like, what the hell? It's like, and his phone's always lighting up,
it's an old meme that I was looking through my memories on a certain social media platform. It's a meme.
Had I put that up, they would have taken it down.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get flagged for this from 2018, so they probably won't flag.
They would have gotten me for that already.
Like when you try
they
to
have gone back much further for me.
It's a picture of a young lady with her legs wrapped around a gentleman that's and it says, "What do you do when it's time to pull out?" And she does this, and the response is, "Yell thug life and empty the clip, man."
And then you tell us you don't have kids, and you write that out.
And he tries to act like it's all me, like I'm sitting here doing these things. That's you. That's your face. Let me pop this bottle.
So we're gonna pop this. So now, ooh, yes,
it made a shoe.
It's shooting. I made you look.
As we're talking about him.
So now we got to transition to the show a little bit different. The artist who was supposed to call in wasn't able to, so now we're just gonna celebrate ourselves and pat each other on the back. And,
I knew you were gonna do it.
Have a party.
CP3, you and these damn voices.
But he just gave up his age though.
Hey man, look, you used to rock that joint too.
Just pour a cup, son.
No, my older sister did. I'm young. Yeah.
I forgot.
You a hater?
I forgot he's 25.
Why you laugh like that? You're such a hater.
You had your older sister. I forgot you was 25.
I mean, I do have an older sister though.
I know.
Still, like, you're a hater. But you was not supposed to laugh that.
You are a hater sometimes.
I was just saying, man, embrace your age.
I am. Gosh, this one's for you, one time. I mean, we have enough. I mean, you're not supposed to like guzzle a whole bunch. Let me see. You could probably use a little bit more.
Are you mixing it?
No, he can't mix this. It's bad enough he gonna mix the red wine.
I don't know yet. You want to see what this do?
What this do?
I already started drinking some different things.
I would say one of those mantras, but I think that's like real bad. You know?
Kind of mantra.
Like when people say when they about to drink. You haven't done that or said that?
So, to At the Bar, we're going to have another year, some more fun.
We taking over, baby.
What you say?
Said 2022, we taking over, goddamn.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
What I said
we're going to have CP3 sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a sponsor on for CP3.
Branching out, baby. International.
Oh, God.
Across the board.
You should do one a day with CP3.
You taste the burp?
Across the borders. Taking orders.
You good with that? You taste the burp?
I don't taste no brute.
What do you taste?
Oh.
Hold on, let me drink the rest of it. And I'll tell you. I'll tell you when I drink the rest of it.
So,
you like beer, so I feel like this would be a better choice for you.
So over this last year, we've interviewed some great people.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here for the show that I did with Jazzy Mango, but she's actually been in a movie on BET, a couple commercials. She's a singer, she's an actress, she does her own podcast. OCA Stacks. He's always doing his thing. He's been grinding. He interviewed Sunshine Anderson. Thank you for that, sister, help flipping that up.
Indeed, that
And
was fun.
royalty, look, because they've been putting in a lot of work. They've
And
been doing a lot of work.
I am definitely a fan of theirs on Spotify, so they're on a couple of my playlists.
So, um, they actually have an after bar playlist. They're actually on there too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, we did like Renegade. We did a lot of people trying to name everybody. It's hard to do that when you drink a lot.
Uh-oh.
Um, any other interviews that stand out for you?
I mean.
Oh, your friend, the black entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We've had quite
Her
a
sex toy.
few.
You gotta bring her back.
Yes.
Cause I see everybody going crazy over this little rose thing. I got some questions.
Yeah. But Shawnee also has her CBD products, which is really essentially what she was talking about when she was here. That's the one. Remember, she was here. She was talking about the lube that was CBD infused, and you kind of like sat up for that one.
Oh, he was like, he was back up.
He was like, what? He was like, I ain't that drunk. Now, what you say again? Tell me about that.
She smell like cannabis while I'm lubing her.
That's some shit right there.
Oh, by the way,
how for her?
Brute is the least sweet. It's yeah, it's the least sweet, and it's
more, it's like dry.
Right, it's very dry. About at least less than 12% sugar is added to it, which you don't find too often with like white wine. So, Brut sparkling wine is a drier taste.
It was technically using champagne. It's a sparkling wine.
Nope, it's a sparkling wine, which a lot of people tend to use sparkling wine over the champagne. Because honestly, I feel like sparkling wine tastes better than champagne.
I don't know. It's all the same.
Champagne tastes nasty to me.
Well, we got some Caribbean rum for the first show of the next year.
CP3. We got rum and chocolate sitting right here in this jar.
Oh yeah, we interviewed DJ Nasty Nice.
Mm-hmm.
He did this thing, Coalition DJ.
Yep.
Bro, we interviewed tons of artists in Roanoke.
We did.
So salute to Roanoke.
We need to go down.
It's Retro. Vibe wants to come up here. Salute to Vibe. He wants to come up here. This music's really dope. I ain't gonna lie. Did Baby Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Did Erica Brown, Erica B.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long ass list. I don't know if I'm gonna remember. I drink a lot, so if I miss anybody, don't get mad.
I mean, we got some DC natives too.
Yeah.
You should don't ask you. Yeah, by the end of the show, he don't remember his own name, let alone the artist name.
Between my show and this show and working, I gotta go look at my social media page.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. We go through stretches where we do shows where like back to back interviews. This. Some days, salute to my man Goody. We interviewed him. Some days we'll have people come in. Some days we'll have people call. Like we do a lot.
Yeah.
We just have it's fun.
And we've had more than one guest on the show.
Oh yeah, we had Go Villa.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I mean more than one guest on one show. Yeah. But we have had some people come back.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Villain, yes.
Yeah.
I said Mr. Villain. He might as well just change his name to Mr. Villain.
And then we also had your friend who's plus size model.
Mm-hmm. Amber. Yes.
Yeah, we've had a lot of diversity, and I think we're going to continue to do stuff like that. We just had.
Huh?
We're going to get some entertainers on too.
Okay, so technically, we've had a lot of people that were in the entertainment business.
Adult entertainment.
Okay, I know what you meant. Little nasty stuff.
I'm just saying.
So one of the things is I want to do is I want to do my basically I talked about this before, my own verses. I own spin on verses, and it'll be called Step Into the Arena, named after the Gangstar album.
That was my shit.
That's why I looked at you.
Yeah, that was my shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's back in the day.
And We ain't gonna give too much detail because if I start talking about too many details on it, somebody try to copy this real quick, and the lady internet gonna want to pull up on you. I mean, I can only save you but so much.
Oh well.
You know.
Things happen.
I'll be like, oh, this is what we're gonna do, and then
like,
next
oh,
thing
the HR lady's here. Wait a minute.
She just does the way the free chicken on her way here.
My niece found out yesterday during Christmas that her auntie carries at least one blade on her at all times. And at the time, I had to.
How did your niece find out?
Well, first of all, my daughter put me on blast. And she was like, what are you talking about? You always have a knife on you and blah, 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 blah. And my niece was like, wait, what?
Did you feel betrayed by your daughter?
I did. I told her. I was like, why are you out here telling my business? And my niece, believe it or not, she looks just like me. She's my little twin.
So she gonna carry a knife now too?
Pretty much.
Well, she was excited and decided to show me her taser.
Yeah, I can believe it.
And she's a little bit younger than my son. So.
Oh. Why the hell she got a taser?
Exactly. I didn't buy it from her. For her, but.
Hold on. She said I didn't buy it from her.
You can't take this home. You got to sell this to me.
I didn't buy it for her, but she had a taser and she wanted to show me her taser.
Used to be show me your Barbie, now show me your taser.
But she's too old for Barbies.
So just tasing it.
And when my daughter travels, I have to remind her not to bring stuff, on a flight.
So Alexa just hit me with an update.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably just reschedule. Because the young man's on tour.
Okay.
And I believe his flight is great.
Okay.
So we don't have no ill will unless you're like super disrespectful. Then we like, some of us like to pull up, and some of us are just very respectful.
I must be a respectful one.
No, you can pull up.
Well, CP3 ain't the respectful one.
I make phone calls. I ain't putting up on shit. I'm gonna have an alibi.
I'm the most respectful. That should tell you something.
I'm just saying. I ain't going back to court again. I ain't got the Jewish lawyer no more. I can't afford to retain.
What happened to your lawyer?
I had to let him go, man. Couldn't afford to retain him.
Is he still
Yep. Yes, he's going.
There we go.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome out to the bar.
Hey, how you doing? This is Young Anomaly, BG the label.
What's going on, sir? What's going on? You're a busy man, I see.
Yeah, I'm an operations manager at Domino's too, so I'm running this and then getting ready for tour, so it's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
I understood.
Understood. One, we salute you for being a hard-working young brother. That is not an easy task. Let's start with the easiest question I'm gonna ask you all night. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Young Anomaly. I'm from the Bronx, New York. Before I'm an academic. I'm a scholar and I'm a musician. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I have a master's degree in multidisciplinary studies, and I'm CEO of my record label. My team expands through the United States, so I have affiliates from the West Coast and California down to ATL. My current song is on the radio on maybe 5+ radio stations. It's hard to fall asleep. It's a vibe for the masses, not just a specific region. And I'm going on my first worldwide national college tour starting in February.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's good.
Lady, after that, what you got for him?
Tell us about this tour. You said you're going on college tours. So, what type of schools are you going to?
So essentially, we took all my 2021 was the year of finding my demographic, my audience. So now we're taking that data and targeting those areas, but we targeting the specific group of the college crowd. I'm from upstate, so we threw some of the best parties in the whole city. Even outside promoters couldn't compete with us. So I took everything I did in college and I'm applying it in a record label to target the college crowd, along with bringing celebrities with me as well. So my name, whole weight. One of my DJs is DJ Fatboy Rama, official DJ of the City Girls. So it's my song is moving well. It's accepted well amongst the people. So now we just taking my listeners demographic region and doing events, shows, and party shows slash parties in those towns
Okay.
targeted at college kids.
Okay.
Okay, all right. CP3, what you got? What you got, son?
So I want to get into the academic portion that you broke down. So getting your bachelor's and doing what you've done. Break that down first of all. What your bachelor's is in, and how was that? The studies and learning. Getting your degree. How's that helped you with your craft, and how's that influenced the way you want to apply your craft?
Oh yeah, so I was academic before a musician. I was always a creative individual. So um I got my bachelor's in 2016, got my master's just this year in 2021. I didn't start music until 2019. So during my bachelor's journey, I was in the criminal justice field. I was doing asset protection, university, police, student assistant, in regards to campus security. So I was in that realm. But on the journey getting my degree, it taught me certain skills that transferred over into the music industry. The networking, the having being prompt, starting something and finishing it, time management, um, breaking down your pride to reach out. So those are certain skills that I use, to attain, on a journey to get my bachelor's and my master's and transferred over into the music industry. The only thing that changed was the content. All I had to, just learning the music industry. But, because I have, the academic ability, the learning portion, it was interesting. It was fun to learn the industry. It was fun to put everything I learned into use. Not just hold on to knowledge, So everything I learned while studying the music industry, I'm actually applying it firsthand with my whole team.
Right.
First of all, we salute you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we give people their flowers while they're here. Um, what you've done is amazing. And here's the thing, because a lot of people forget that there's a lot of rappers that's actually graduated from college and have academic studies and stuff like that. For you to do that, it's amazing. Um, like real talk, I'm proud of you. So, what part of the Bronx you from?
I'm from Bronx River Projects, South Bronx, 205 line.
Okay. All right, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. What do you miss about home?
Um, what I really miss, I ain't gonna lie, I grew up rough. So when I got the chance to leave and go to school, I left and come back. But I go back to visit my family and stuff. But I grew up rough in the project. You already know what that looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Rat pits, all that. Project living. So I don't miss the project. I miss, you know, the familiarity. The
Yeah.
accessibility, the food at 4 in the morning, the oxygen you love.
Yeah.
You know, the community, my whole family. Playing football, having community day, like those type of,
Yeah.
that vibe, that project living. But you
Yeah.
gotta make it how you make it.
I mean, because one, my sisters and them are from the Bronx. Like I'm originally from Queens, and my sister, and my brother, they from Valentine Avenue, um, in the Bronx, and growing up there, like I remember coming back, to see my stepmom, their mother when she was alive. I remember going to visit and like hadn't been there in years, and Uh, the the guy, I went to the corner store and he looked at me. He said, "Oh, you're not gonna speak?" And I was like, "What?" He said, "You come all the way back from DC and you don't speak?" And I was like, "Oh, no, 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 my bad." Like that community where they still know you.
Mm-hmm. They know
Yeah,
everybody.
they like the people who are in the grocery store and stuff. They still there until they can't work no more. That like
Exactly.
they see you grow up
Mm-hmm.
and they make sure you good. You know, they really make sure you good. So they know like my brother know my whole family. So as as like when I come back now, I see the youngins and handling their business. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could have affected change a little bit more instead of having them wrapped up in that cycle. That's the most sad part about it all, because I was like, I'm probably one of the few to make it out, go do the Masters thing, become a New York City All-Star football player. Like I'll give like a lot of people in the hood hope. Like I like I was a New York City All-Star football player, so my hood make sure like I was, they were like, yo, go to the other side of the project, but they about to shoot it up right now. So
Right.
they did that for me. They said, yo, focus on football. If not, come be the gang.
Right.
So
Right.
they was like, yo, if I want to do this, do that. If I want to do that, do that. Cause I'm big already, so they wanted me as muscle. But I said,
Right.
yo, I'm a football player and I'm a wrestler. Plus, they already know they respect my mom and stuff like that. So like
Okay.
they would make sure I was good, especially the OGs and shit in the hood.
That's good. That's good. So it's the community that you miss, not necessarily the environment itself, but the community. I got you. That makes sense though. Um, that's a lot of people speak about when it comes to living in certain areas. CP3, you got something?
Yeah, let me see. With the way the music industry is now, we were speaking earlier about, artists getting killed and all the stuff that's going on right now. What type of message would you try to get out there to, I say you say your academic, to try to awaken some of these folks that's in this whatever you want to call it, this day and age. Because I was speaking to someone earlier, and we have to find a way to change the mentality and outlook of the folks in our own community. And music we all know is a good way to reach out. So with everything that's been going on, what type of message would you try to put out to the community to try to help bring this, try to help this issue that we're having in our communities?
Yeah, the first thing I would definitely tell them like, yo, you're not less of an individual just because you pursue education and stuff like that. You're not a sucker, you're not less of a strong person because you want to be in the top of your class or you want to learn this and you want to try that. That definitely, sometimes that's what it is. They glorified skipping class, they glorified um selling drugs and all of the negativity that can really put you in that revolving negative cycle, that system that could definitely end you up in the system and stuff like that. Um that's it was hard trying to with all the peer pressure for me growing up, fighting off of, yo, why do you want to go to school? Oh, why didn't you come hang on the block? The girls like the
Mm-hmm.
drug dealers. That was like the biggest thing, fighting off that peer pressure. So it's okay, like I can tell them right now, it's okay to say no to that peer pressure. Go ahead, get your education. Because at the end of the day, you don't want your mom living in the projects while you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my biggest goal, to get my mom out the projects. But they really glorify the negativity, the lifestyle. And that's even not even outside the projects. Even neighborhood gangs and neighborhood streets, they glorify the same things we do in the projects. It's just that we got, a big buildings and everything is inside. The playground is inside. You don't gotta go outside the project for what you need. Everything is inside the community type thing.
Cool, cool. Um, what is your Mount Rushmore of music?
Huh? What you mean?
What is your Mount Rushmore of music? Your top five, dead or alive. Who you got? What it is?
Oh, Sam, I ain't gonna lie, I'm influenced by the new era, but I always give respect to the people who set who set that foundation because if you know hip hop in the Bronx, we sample a lot. So the samples come from somewhere. So it's always good to know what you're sampling, who you're sampling, and how it came about. Because sometimes the people you sampling sample somebody else. So now it's just a sample, that lives through time. So like, when it comes to I'm a melodic artist, so that's what I categorize, my music as melodic. So harmonizing my hooks, verses or raps. It's just like back in the days when they had the female single and the chorus, but now, um, a lot of the artists, age artists, they sing on their hooks. Um, for me that makes it easier in regard to the legal standpoint and production and the splits and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
That's different side of the
but,
part.
but
Uh, uh,
what artists have influenced
uh,
you? I said, what artists have influenced you?
uh, Rod Wave, A Boogie, 50 Cent. Um, I think Tamia. So it's in regards to when I'm trying to find the notes I'm trying to hit is R&B artists. Usher, Tamia, Keisha Cole, and then like the rap style is 50 Cent. Um, if I'm not mistaken, Ja Rule. So like the songs like Always on Time and Officially Missing You. So like those type of feels I try to bring into the new era. But with the upbeat, the upbeat bounce of the production that exists now. So it's like those type of R&B artists and 50 Cent, Ja Rule, the people who was on those type of um songs, and then the new artists, Rod Wave, A Boogie. So it's just like looking from the past into the future.
Okay.
All right, cool. Lady X next. You got a question?
Um, what made you go into criminal justice? Me personally, that's what I went to school for. So I'm always curious what made people go into a certain field for their bachelor's, for their undergrad, and then how do you feel that helps you today? Because a lot of people don't use their their bachelor's degree in their current role. So for you, you said you went for criminal justice. Why did you do that? Why did you select that particular field? And then how does what you learned getting your bachelor's, like in your studies, not just your experience, but in your studies in particular, help you today?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a part of my life I really don't be talking about, but grew up in the projects. We had our own. I'm gonna be real with you. We had our own police unit that used to police the projects. So as you know, if you as a criminal justice, you already know what community policing is.
Mm-hmm.
But they always had outside faces in our community. So being racially profiled, being stopped by undercovers, asking what drugs I just bought, and then them driving off. Them, and it's just all of that type of things like that. And then I got pulled up in a racial profiling situation where one of the detectives said I was in a place where I wasn't. So I was facing like 10 years, and then I had the public defender who just like plead out the case and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
while I'm young, I'm 15 years old at the time. I don't know what's going on. But my big brother's in college right now, so he's studying. He at that moment he's criminal justice major. So I'm calling him for advice, and I'm asking what's this and what's that mean, and what's the larceny, and why they tell me to plead out to petty larceny and everything of that sort. So he's walking me through it, but that's a situation that's still with me my whole life. So when I was able to get a chance to go to school, I said, I just want to understand the system a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
and try to make a change so somebody don't have to go through that like me, being racially profiled, facing 10 years, being charged with crimes they didn't commit, and
Right.
being told to plead out a case because the public defender is lazy and didn't want to even
Mm-hmm.
do no effort. So it's like all of that just influenced me to go into the criminal justice field. And with my brother, he graduated with his bachelor's in social work and criminal justice, so he was helping me through that whole situation. But then I wanted to make a change, so I went to the bachelor's I studied it in my undergrad, but while studying it, I realized that because it's like when you studying policing, when you studying corrections, you study all of this stuff that make up the criminal justice system, and you understand the laws and how to amend laws and everything of that sort. I realized like my junior year that I won't be effective on the inside.
Mhm.
I won't be effective on the inside, so I didn't go become a federal agent and climb the ranks and try to change it like everybody does. I did it. I didn't do none of that. So while after I graduated, I went into the field. I was asset detection. I was working with state police, local police, and all of that, breaking down drug rings and everything of that sort. So I was using my degree, and then I realized, I said, yep. I kept asking myself, how can I really, really make a change? So, um, taking the most important about what I learned in school in regard to the criminal justice system is that they only gonna allow what's on the books, or they're gonna allow what's
Mhm.
you know what is written for them to do, or if it's loose interpretation, they're gonna interpret, or they're gonna go this way and that way. So I knew that the only way I could affect change the way I wanted it to was to amend law. Um, People kept telling me go get my JD and become a lawyer and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
then then this is where the politics side came in. That politicians can amend laws. Politicians can put these bills into place and everything of that sort. So that's when I went into grad school. Um, I worked with the top terrorism experts in the United States. Worked with the FBI and other local law enforcement. Um, and I wrote proposals that at this very moment I could go in the city hall with some local politicians and propose as a bill. That's how
Right.
strong my master's come together now. Um, but that's how I knew that that's the change. How I can affect change. It's not from the inside; it's from the outside through a different avenue.
Right.
You can cut the head up next. Right? If I wanna see all of these actions stopped, it's not me joining the police force and saying stop it. No, it's me saying let's take away all of this jargon that exists on the books and update it to the 21st century, you know, and then that's how you're going to stop it,
Mhm.
because they're only going to operate within the limits of the law, or maybe outside if they got protection through different judges and stuff like that. But corruption for me, it exists on every level of the criminal justice system. So I knew it wasn't me for me to go inside the criminal justice
Right.
system. But at this very moment, I could take my master's project to City Hall and propose it as a bill with the support of politicians,
Right.
because the language in it is specific. It doesn't leave gray areas. And that's what it is. Leaving gray areas in the laws allow certain actions to happen because
Mhm.
law is interpreted. Everybody knows that law is interpreted, especially if it's not blatantly stated.
Right. Okay.
It's a deep ass conversation. I like this though. Um, let's go on your music side now. So, what do you look for what do you look for in a beat?
In the beat,
Yeah.
I co-produce all my productions for the simple fact that it allows me um, to develop my cadence, not my style. So for my label, I have a label producer who I work with from the thought of my head to the actual production itself. So I always discuss. I say, yo, this is what I'm trying to do. Um, this is the direction I'm trying to go. This is the bounce, this is the feel and everything. And then we go ahead and create. So I don't necessarily accept beat packs from producers or anything, because then it forces me to mold into what's created. And I personally like to create around me. So that keeps my uniqueness. Um that even I take the different elements of what's popular today in regards to the bounce, the bass, and everything, and then I try to fit within. But I don't just just take a copy and paste beat template and use it like other producers cannot beat packs, because when you try to create your identity in this industry, you got to remember a lot of people influenced by a lot of people, and a lot of people copy.
Mhm.
So it's hard to distinguish yourself amongst If you influence so much by an individual that you see yourself copying their cadence, their sound, their words, their delivery, their punches, you end up to sound like that person. And if that person is more popular, especially mainstream, you more like less likely to even break through.
Right.
So that's what my mentors told me early on. So it's all the biggest thing about it is finding an audience that like what that you create, and then, you target your audience. So there's a lot of people, that, your friends and your family, not your fans. That's the biggest thing they told me. Um,
Yeah.
so when I go ahead and I put music out, I don't put it out for my friends and my family to like it. I put it out for my fans. So I
Right.
already tested about 5 songs already, and I realized what they like, on a mass level. Because when I in my record label meetings with my e-board and my marketers and my booking agents and everything, I tell them I don't want to be regional, I want to be national.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a mindset on how to be national, and you got to have a product that is accepted amongst the masses, not just a direct region.
Right.
Because I could have did the New York style drill and just stick there, but it'll just put me in a box because everybody in New York is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's why my music, my target is not New York because we already got a certain sound.
Right.
But California down south, everybody picked up on it, and California's a big music market.
It
So
is.
California rock with you, it spread. So that was like a big accomplishment to be able to be on 5 radio stations in California.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that's a big one. And then when DJ Fatboy Rama or DJ The City Girls heard it, he fucked with it. He said it reminded him of Florida. So now that's California all the way across the United States down to the East Coast and Florida that rock with it. So that right there is a national thing. So
Yep.
if it could go from East Coast to the West Coast and it be accepted, even though it's different regions and everybody has their different style, but for some strange reason they like this sound collectively. Now I'm coming on a national level.
Yep.
Now that's how that works. So I know what box to play in regards to the music I put out. Yeah, I got some heartfelt stuff and some that's specific for regions and only playlists. But when it comes to radio ready songs, I knew what I had to do. I knew what I had to do.
I'm
That's
really
good.
digging. I'm really digging the business aspect of this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
The CP3, you look like you got something. You got that. You got that Professor Griffin look right
No,
going
I'm
on.
just, I'm
He
just
said
soaking.
Professor Griffin.
I'm just soaking up all the knowledge the gentleman is speaking. Like you said, we've never had anyone that was actually researched and delved into the business side of it, and like you said, applied it with his craft. So I'm just listening to what he's saying and realizing the research and the depth that he's went into to put himself in a position to succeed in this business. And I'm in awe right now. For real. I'm just listening like wow.
Mm-hmm.
It. I love. We get a lot of people that know how to rap, but I love the fact that you know about the business
Mm-hmm.
because it's the music business, and a lot of people forget that. Like, in order to really be successful, you got to know the business part
Right.
because the business part is more crucial than the music.
Definitely.
And with you knowing the business part, like it's such an important thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I have like a lot of my mentors. A lot of my mentors is very important people in the industry. Like I don't go around and tell her who I got in my corner because then I reveal my hand. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a brother group social fellowship. So shout out to my organization if they listening right now. One of my brothers is Travis Scott father. Um, One of my brothers handled the light and sound engineering for the Day in Vegas festival. So I have people that actually are deep into the industry, um, who make sure I'm straight, who make sure that my music is registered, ASCAP, everything. My production is not, infringing on copyright. That's why I produce from exclusive to the bottom. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of people in my corner who make it who make it don't make it easy for me. They don't make it easy for me, but it makes sure that I could, get to this level where after my first year of doing exploratory um research and touring and stuff to understand the fan base that I could go on tour this year and start getting paid. I don't really talk about numbers, but this is the mindset of my label, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is my booking fee. If the promoter don't want to pay for it, we're gonna build the show around it and get the money ourselves.
Yep.
So we really business oriented. So I have a set booking fee. If you feel like you can't afford it, if I'm not worth it, my label will build the show. So right now, my ATL show coming up, that one we built that. So my whole team is involved from everybody from coalition DJs down to my booking agents down to my street team workers who handing out flyers. We built that show because at that point we gonna let the whole industry know that we necessarily don't need you to put us on your shows and we could build it up because we sell out homecoming events in New York for 4,000 people.
Right.
So
Okay.
we do what the industry really do. So it's nothing new to my guys to put together a college event. That's what we do. That's
Mm-hmm.
where people drop the ball at. They forget that the college kids come to the campus but then go home during the summer break. So if you win them over on campus, they're taking you back home
Yep.
to
Yep.
their neighborhood. That you got all over the region schools that have students from out of international down to national students that's going back home and you're still playing your music back home. That's the mindset. That's free game that I like to give out.
Yep.
But yeah, like we done sold out events with 1,000 plus. We done had 200 people outside waiting.
Okay.
We built events. That's what we do.
Talk your shit.
We are stronger than local promoters. Don't
Right.
like that's what I'm saying. Don't try to like I want them to tell a lot of promoters don't try to compete when with a lot of our events because we are on campus. We in orgs on campus. We know the campus kids. We can influence them more than you.
Right.
That's why I'm from Buck State. So if you know anything moving in Buck State, a lot of when celebrities come out there, that's usually us bringing them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually us there. Like anything moving in that side of town. So I'm just taking that mentality and bringing it to a different region. But now, since that's not ATL's not my home base, I'm calling in all my reinforcements.
Right.
I just got the shout out from Benzino from Love Hip Hop.
I was about
Direct
to say
access
that.
to him.
I saw the video. Congratulations on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got that. Thank you. I got people in the industry that I built with who watch me actually develop and understand like, I'm business oriented and I'm also a musician.
Right.
So it's not like I'm lacking in. I'm trying to strengthen both sides, because I teach my whole label because it's gonna come to a point where I can't handle the business aspect. I'm gonna have to be on playing here, this and that. That's what I'm telling. I tell them every meeting like, I'm teaching you everything I know because I can't really do this all the time.
Right. Right.
So yeah, but I got direct access to a lot of celebrities. I got the ghost out from DJ Drewski, Hot 97, Wu Tang Clan, everything.
Okay.
So like, I'm not starstruck. Like when that first happened, when I was in when I was in the room, I was like, damn, man, now I'm like, I'm a celebrity too. So I just So like that's I realized that I'm out here getting these booking requests, and it's like my first time hearing like because I worked hard last year, and now hearing how much is my fee and what does that come with? That's the whole new conversation that I didn't see happening this soon, but it's happening.
Right.
I didn't see it happening this soon, but it's actually happening. Especially because I got it's not just me texting you saying these people close on me. I actually got the video.
Right.
The videos with me in them. So it's not like, I'm not in the videos with these people. No, I'm actually in the pictures, in the videos and stuff with these people that actually post on me. So it just creates that credibility behind, when I say something and I say, this is why my price is the way it is, or
Right.
this is why I can't do it for free and stuff like that.
Okay.
I will say that it's I'm really happy to hear this. Everything that you're saying, you seem to be a young man that you're talking about the business aspect, you have the knowledge, but I appreciate the fact that you also network.
Yeah.
You didn't mention that, but that's a big part of the game. Networking is crucial, and it sounds like you got that down. Um, Networking, knowing the business, being strategic with your moves. And I mean, I'm really happy to see that. We talk to young artists all the time, and a lot of them are not viewing their career the way that you're viewing yours. You're looking at the grand scheme of things, and I really appreciate the fact that you're saying it and you already know this, you're acknowledging this, and you're making those moves, not just talking about it, you're doing it. And so I just want to give my kudos to you for that as
Definitely.
well.
He sees the big picture, and I think that's good. Um, you got anything, CPT? Because I'm about to play this music real quick.
Let's go ahead and play the music and
All
listen to
right.
what this young man has to say.
Can you tell me about these two songs that you sent us?
Yeah, memories and hard to fall asleep.
Yeah, Memories and Hard to Fall. All right. So we're gonna play Hard to Fall first, and we'll play Memories right after. Okay?
Alright, cool.
Am I signed to a label? Would you still show me love while I'm out on tour? Would you ever give it up if things get tough? Will you run and tell your friends, or would you hold me down and help me push my pen? But left over and over. Guess it's time for a change when the royalties clear. I'ma really buy that range with this 9 on my hip, and you by my side, them stars in the ceiling. That's a ride or die. That's a ride or die. Hands on your knees while I'm deep in your guts. Girl, I'm from the streets, you already know what's up. LSO to the death, that's labels you only.
It's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep.
Need you more than ever. Can't really explain love over lust in a promise ring. You let me meet your mother, she called me her son. I never even thought that this day would come. How you gonna leave when you told me you love me? At the top it's just us, yeah, I'm really a dummy. I gave my all to you and you took for granted. When the love story ends, you can never really plan it. I should've fucked your friend when she told me she liked it. No care in the world, do you really shiesty? I could do you foul for the shit that you poured. No apologies here, so fuck you, I'm good.
It's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep, it's hard on me, hard to fall asleep, yeah. Hard to fall asleep.
Did some fucked up shit and I can't forgive you. You go your way, I go my way, let the story continue.
I pray to God, please save me now. I pray I pray to let the hook go now. I pray to let the hook go now. Memories, I wanna leave them. I pray to God to save me now. I pray to let the hook go now. I pray to let the hook go now.
The look in her eyes when the D's put me in cuffs. Those cries from my moms, I swear this shit was so rough. Put my best foot forward, but that shit wasn't enough. Spending life in the projects almost made me give up. Why the fuck would I pray if the pain never stopped? How the fuck I'ma love if I gave you all I got? Why the fuck would you leave if I beg you to stay? If there's a God, I really need him today. Picked up my phone, she left me through a text. I felt the weight of the world, I'm thinking what's next? Was it love? Was it sex? She hit me back like young, it's what's best, Why the fuck would I pray if the pain never stopped? How the fuck I'ma love if I gave you all I got? Why the fuck would you leave if I beg you to stay? And if there's a God, I really need him today.
Memories, I wanna leave them. I pray to God to save me now. I pray to let the hook go now. I pray to let the hook go now. Memories, I wanna leave them. I pray to God to save me now. I pray to let the hook go now. I pray to let the hook go now.
Okay, we back.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you the joint I really did like though. The Memories joint was very visual, very old school, reminiscent. Uh, where you just picture what's going on with something.
Uh-huh.
I really fuck with that joint. That's the joint I really like.
Every inspiration that he mentioned, I heard.
You heard?
I heard all of it. So it definitely shone through. Um, it shone through on that song. Obviously, I heard the 50. I heard the R&B aspect of it too.
Yeah,
I heard that. You
I
know.
heard, but see, I guess I heard more Pop Smoke than 50 to me.
Okay. Well, at
But
the
you
beginning.
didn't use the drill, but
Right. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like when he said 50, I was like, oh, yep, I
yeah.
hear it. So I definitely, you take what inspires you and you push it through to your music, and I see that, See me through.
It was an I like the music. I was listening to the lyrics, and it's an interesting combination with the music with the lyrics of what you're speaking. So I definitely enjoyed it. It was a nice change of pace to what we normally hear. And I'm not gonna say it's the feel good music or happy rap as some folks call it, but definitely had a nice message to it, a nice tone to it, and it's something I wouldn't mind listening to on a daily basis.
Well, it means you can smoke to it now.
Yes, that's what
See,
that
I was
means.
trying to keep it. See,
All right,
I
look.
always say
That's
songs are
how
good for
we
smoking.
know.
I'm trying to reach a broader audience, like my man
Nah,
was
that's
talking
how we
about.
know that you like a song. If you
See, I
tell
feel
us
like I'm
that you
being
can smoke
profiled.
to it,
You are.
let me tell you, if CP3 say he can smoke to it, that means he like
I'm
it.
just see. I was trying to
And
break it down into different
that's what he's
characteristics.
See,
See,
and
I feel like I'm
his
being labeled.
actions already prove that he liked the
I
song.
feel like I'm being labeled. I feel like I'm being labeled.
we just know you.
Just something I'm saying. It's just a nice, chill vibe that someone actually has something to say. I'm good.
Mhm.
All right, that's
Jeez, it doesn't have to be about smoking.
anyway. He can smoke to it.
Even though I did twist up to it, that's relevant.
That's how we know you like it.
Jeez.
Oh man, so those are the thoughts on the song and Anomaly, man. I mean, I like the joint. It's different. I like the different. Like sometimes people don't realize it's okay to be different.
Right.
It's applauded to be different.
You know, a lot of people want to sound like what the industry sounds like, and I think you sound different.
Yeah.
And I like that though. You know, that's the shit that captivates me. Growing up, that's how I used to judge my CDs and my you know, I'm old, so my tapes.
Right, your cassettes.
My cassettes.
That's kind of what I appreciate.
You know, the different feel. Because I wanted different music to make me feel different.
Yeah.
You know, not everything need to make me feel like this. I listen to Nas to make me feel this way. I listen to NWA to make me feel that way.
I
So
agree.
yeah. So you know.
And honestly, I peeped how you said that your mentors told you, to find a different sound, which I feel like your mentors are guiding you to the right direction
Yeah.
by telling you that, because here on this show, we do appreciate that. we've told many artists to make sure that you sound different, make sure that you set yourself apart. And I will say your sound is different than what we're hearing on a normal basis in our culture, not even just in hip hop, but culture as a whole. We don't hear that right now. So kudos to you.
But I get it when he
On
said the
that.
job rule and every.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can hear the influences, but it's still all meshed together. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. But it's still his sound.
Hmm. But I do have a question now. Tell us about your name.
Yeah. Huh?
Tell us about your name. What made you choose this name? What is the meaning behind your name?
Yeah, so Anomaly, like I said, I'm a brother of Group 5 Group Social Scholarship Incorporated. My GKA group known as Anomaly. Anomaly means rare and special occasion. Um, so that's what I was, my DP, my Dean of Pledges, he named me that, based off, everything. And then when I entered the industry, I said, I want to keep that same characteristics, that same quality of person, that allowed me to be named Anomaly. So I just when I kept the name and I had a young in front of it,
Hmm.
um, just give it that rapper feel. I'm the only like young anomaly in the industry.
Right.
So it allows me to number one separate myself instantly and build upon that name without having to separate as building. So everything I build upon my name Young Anomaly, it sticks. So Google, you type in my name, you'll see pages. So it's like you will see me, just me and me, me and me. So it's good.
Good. That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, you got anything, CP3?
Uh, let's see. Trying to think of a nice deep question that could, really stump him because he's had an answer for pretty much everything.
Yeah, the answer very damn thing, didn't
You're
he?
supposed to
I'm
have
just
an
saying, it's
answer.
not a knock. It's not a knock. It's like I'm trying to see if he can find something to make him sit back and think. Like he's already thought about these things, and that's the type of shit that I do. So I'm like, I gotta think.
Well, I will say this about the CP3 thing. We appreciate the fact that you have a mentor. Um, a lot of people, when they get into this industry, they don't choose the right people to be around. The fact that you actually chose a mentor and help guide you, I think it's a blessing and it shows in your work.
Okay. Hmm.
You got something CP3? You looking all.
Yeah. With you having a team, which we always talk about how crucial that is to
Yes.
have a team that's backing you and like you say mentoring you and putting you in a position to be successful. How many trials and tribulations that you have to go through until you found that quality team, or were you just blessed to be in a position where you had the right people around you at the right time? Are you losing?
That's a very deep question.
Damn, that question shut it down. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh shit, we lost.
I was about to say, damn, that's a hell of a question. I shut it down. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was a damn good question, CP3.
I can't remember what the fuck I asked, but yeah, that was a hell of a question.
Oh my god.
That shit gone.
See, we can get them back.
I shut the show down. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, you did, CP3.
Damn.
We gonna let you think.
About to drop the mic.
Oh my god.
Wow. Say I was going to shut
You
it
need a
down.
nap.
Y'all got me drinking sparkling wine and such.
I'm surprised you ain't got your pinky up.
Is the pinky out?
Now it is.
You should get you a private cup that says, I need a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Sports on the Hill sponsors. Donations accepted. At CP369.
Oh god.
That is my favorite number.
I need to know this though.
What that is?
Why you got 3 cups and a beer?
I like a ride.
Clearly.
And keep me guessing. I don't know what I'm drinking. Something going down.
He Any, mini, money, mo.
Something going down tonight, goddamn. Yeah, that's one that just ain't get used.
That's
This
the one
This was the sparkling wine.
That's the one you emptied.
This was the 1738 cup.
You must go. You gonna put the red wine in that joint?
I don't know if I mess with that red wine tonight.
Why? You scared?
You got too many things. I'm talking about how many cups I got flowing over here. Sure.
Well, I guess we're gonna go on a quick music break.
Okay.
He might not be able to call back because I know he was in the middle of doing a couple of things.
Yeah.
Also, almost time for the Washington football team versus Dallas kickoff. Yes, I was just talking to one of my football fans. Yes, even if Washington wins tonight, they will still need help to get into the playoffs because those 2 back-to-back division losses really hurt after that 4-game winning streak. And I blame Scott Turner. So we'll talk more after the game.
Was that on purpose?
Huh? Yeah, Scott Gruden.
Scott who?
Scott Gruden.
Scott Gruden Turner. What?
Jay Turner.
You're killing me!
Sweet, why you do it? I was trapping, I was stressed. Now I'm ready to get blessed. I wanted first, won't go for seconds, and I still got that whipping. If I got it, I might sell it, please. Please don't try to test me, cause you know the see they stepping. When he walk, he talk, he different. Only 18 and he pimpin'. Homies hating from a distance. I know why these niggas shitting, cause I'm doing it and y'all didn't know a mill is waiting on me. I can't stop until I get it. I can't fall, I'm on my pivot. Used to crash out on the cinch, but I can't. I built my business by a big pad and a pencil. Sound proud of you, first lady. Yeah, I'm glad to see us winning. Yeah, it's time to paint a perfect picture, but we ain't no perfect niggas. Money goes, lines and hoes. That's how all my niggas roll. Smoke inside, don't ask me why. I stay on it, no silver, always high. Let's talk about my hoes. I got Aisha and Felicia. I be hunching on Felicia. I be dogging out Felicia. Nice to meet you. And this is my class. I am a teacher now. Pass blood. This is that gas. I blow your speakers out. On the tracks, I'm talking 21. Ain't talking 7. Please don't try me like no average. Yeah, that talent I've been had it. Breaking all my bad habits. Getting rich and living lavish. Ashley is a good man. But the streets, they made me rich. The streets talk. Young nigga, hey, get that money, stack your phone. Filled with nothing but them 80s. And I was nothing but the baddest. Used to sell weed out of banks. Flexing cause I never had it. Hey, I'm in a different break. Drink too much, ain't let them catch it. Show my ass, they swear I'm at the extra. They hate it cause they want a feature. Watch it cause they know I'm pressure. I ain't sorry that I'm special. Take a picture, write a letter. Know my days is getting better. Even in the hills, I still need salt and pepper. Money goes, lines and hoes. That's how all my niggas roll. Smoke inside, don't ask me why. You know Simba always high. Let's talk about our hoes. I got Aisha and Felicia. I be hunching on Felicia. I be dogging out Felicia. Nice to meet you. And this is my class. I am the teacher now. Pass the blood. This is the gas. I blow your speakers out. On the tracks, I'm talking 21. Ain't talking 7. Please don't try me like no average. Yeah, that talent I've been had it.
We coming back?
I'm playing another video.
1, 2, put your fingers 2, 3.
Baddies dropping out, chasing paper. Baddies dropping out, chasing paper. Over 100 after 100 after 100. Greed and jealousy, battlefield with the money and love with the 100 after 100 after 100. In love with the 100 after 100 after 100. Greed and jealousy, battlefield with the money. Baddie dropping out, chilling in the trenches, they get honey. Lose your life over 20, won't stop. This ain't some niggas off the juice, but they still go retarded. All you fucking in the pictures for the bitches with the dollars and the creases by your building like a star. Bad like salt. Hopping on white and copper, all these baddies stop below me at my feet like a child. Crabs in the throat, like why you wanna see you prosper? Jealousy, greed, kill some of my partners, know some niggas doing biz. Just over $1, some got left around the try, robber. That's what the hundreds done, sour on the brother. Back with the money like Benji's and mama. Yeah, baddie dropping out, chasing paper. Baddies dropping out, chasing paper.
Over 100 after 100 after 100. Greed and jealousy, battlefield with the money in love with the 100 after 100 after 100. In love with the 100 after 100 after 100. Greed and jealousy, battlefield with the money. Baddies dropping low, chill, them trenches, they get baddies. To the trenches, run my finger through the bands, go get her like Mitch. I'm just trying to get it bands. I got lost to forgive me. He's erase away my sins. Know these niggas ain't right like Drake. No new friends, got a thing for the present. Yeah, that's my bitch. Last night I had a dream. Get on paper, I'm gon' be rich. Don't embarrass what I love. I never quit. Plotting on my stash, on my line, like fish. You can gamble with your life. Just make sure you're paying chill. Talking to me, you where you stand. Like a locker, you stiff a nigga rap, baby me. When that's a myth, that's like you taking from my kids. So don't play about my kids. Yeah, I'm baddies dropping out.
Alright, we about to be live.
Baddies dropping out.
I'm gonna put some up. I want to be in my face.
I'm just looking getting some power.
CC3.
Gotta get some juice.
You need some juice?
No. Nah, I had to plug in and get some more power for my laptop.
That's what you was talking about.
You sure?
Yeah, you know, the Washington football team versus the Dallas Cowboys game started. Washington.
That's why he said he needs some juice.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, man. The Washington football team is fighting for their playoff life. As I mentioned, even if they win, they still need help. They're trying to stop from Dallas clinching the division tonight on them. And we were talking about the pettiness of the rivalry that has been reignited with the Cowboys bringing their benches to FedEx Field 2 weeks ago. So Washington football team has taken their heated benches down to Cowboys Stadium.
To Arlington.
But the stadium is 70 to 80 degrees right now. So it's just to the point that the rivalry has just brought a whole nother level of pettiness that I hope transpires to the field and sees the Washington football team defeat Dallas tonight.
Yep.
Hold on. So they bought benches.
Yes. Both teams are apparently doing this now.
So what happened, there was a Monday Night Football game versus Seattle that the Washington football team had a few weeks before the Cowboys game. And the heated benches apparently didn't work that night. It was a little cool at FedEx Field that night. So 2 weeks ago, when Dallas got word of this, because Seattle reported it to the league, and per the league, not Daniel Snyder, with some of the fans are talking about he gave them permission to bring their benches in. No, he did not. It was through the league. It got approved because the benches didn't work for Seattle, so the Cowboys brought their benches in. A lot of fans got upset about it and made a big deal about it. And then the Cowboys proceeded to beat Washington at home, which made it even worse. So Washington, in turn, decided to bring their benches down to Cowboy land and are looking to try to upset the Cowboys just like they did when they came to FedEx Field. And Washington has the ball with Taylor Heineke at quarterback going deep, and
we're not going to talk about that.
I believe that was an interception to Diggs, the rookie. And this is why I said Scott Gruden needs to run the fucking ball.
There you go.
Why are...
There you go.
Damn. Your voice really got aggressive.
Because we saw what fucking works. Running the ball. Passing the ball does not open the fucking running game. It does not. When you have pass rushers and a ball hawk rookie that now has 11 interceptions because you decide to try to throw the ball deep, the so-called catch them sleeping. No. Run the ball. God damn. Your father was North Turner. He got 3 Super Bowls by what? Running the fucking ball. Play action pass. Why? Your defense makes a stand. Gets the ball from a top-rated offense. And you give it right back. This nigga playing Tecmo Bowl, bro. He ain't even playing that. He playing Tecmo Bowl.
I feel like CP3 is yelling at us.
Right, I'm sorry.
I'm not taking it personally.
It's 2 weeks in a row. Like for 4 weeks, we saw what worked. And he's doing what Jay Gruden used to do. goes away from what works because he feels like the offense should better do what he wants it to do. You got your fourth string center in.
Damn.
Fourth string.
Real talk, everybody got COVID. I mean, like, what you
know what I'm saying?
that's
people are missing, and you want to throw the fucking ball with a quarterback that hasn't even had a full season of starts under his belt yet.
Yeah.
It's just some things you don't. It's called football 101, and these young offensive coordinators kill me trying to outthink the game.
So if you got to see him right now, face to face, what would you do?
Man, I would tell him you want the forehand or the backhand. I call one of them Venus and one of them Serena. You're going to catch one of them. Which one you want?
I'm going to need you not to say that, okay?
Sorry, man. It's just... I'm just saying. It's frustrating. Like I said, I dealt with 6 years under this of Jay Gruden. I'm trying to give Turner the benefit of the doubt because he's young. This is only his second year being a OC, offensive coordinator, calling the plays, devising the game plan. So he has some learning to do. Just like players develop, coaches have to develop. But this shit here, man, you lucky you in FX Field because I'll be on my way down there. I'm needing bail money. Because this shit is ridiculous.
He ever tell you that you got anger issues, CB3?
Man,
he's aware.
I'm just saying, dog. Come on.
It's one of those situations he knows.
He knows.
He's not trying to fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, man.
No, you're not. You're not trying to fix it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. When it comes to this, when it comes to football, something I know and love and my team, and I see what you're doing, oh, yeah. Like I said, it was many a day. They lucky I couldn't get the FedEx Field to get my hands on Jay Gruden.
See?
Boy.
You gonna beat up Jay Gruden?
See?
Man. I would stomp it. I would be like Stone Cold. I would stomp him up on you and walk the drive.
We're not going to say that on air, sir.
He ain't in the league no more. Fuck him. Only reason he was in the league because of his damn last name, and now neither one of them in the league.
Damn.
Oh, now they call it penalty on us. Come on.
He think I'm saying that because he was in the league.
Can't make threats on air.
So. What are you going to do?
Not
a damn thing.
Fucking up the algorithm.
Oh, he can't cut me. He can't cut me. He cut a player that beef with him. He can't cut me. I don't work for you, motherfucker.
He could cut you.
You can try.
See, so you started talking about that Jay Gruden stuff?
Because when I'm watching my team,
my feed said my feed said video pause for a second. Nah, shit, we ain't had that problem.
I didn't threaten to hurt him. I just was gonna put hands on him.
What the fuck is the difference?
Oh my god!
I mean, that's different stages of physical violence. I wasn't saying I was going to kill him or nothing. I just put hands on him.
That's still it's called assault.
Yeah, but it's not going to hurt him.
He said, "Yeah."
Hold on. Whenever you slap somebody that didn't hurt,
well, he gonna be alright. Like he gonna die from it.
But whenever you slap somebody that didn't, I got the forehand or the backhand, that shit don't hurt.
I mean, no, it looks like the Cowboys are scoring. Hate me. Yeah, sometimes you gotta backhand a motherfucker, man.
Okay, so
when's the last time you backhanded somebody?
It's been a while. Somebody gonna catch one soon if shit keep up.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's called assault. Assault doesn't mean that you're trying to kill them because that would be attempted murder. But assault is actually a type of charge. I'm sure you're aware.
But the intent wasn't there. It was a reflex.
What? No, you're talking about it ahead of time. I'm trying to save you here.
I mean, you kind of
said it first. I don't know where he at right now.
Oh my God.
You know, this will be wait till you get some like political aspirations, and this old video will surface of you threatening a football coach.
And they're gonna be like, he did deserve to get backhand. Don't vote for that motherfucker.
You know, there is just no helping you.
I just
watched these fucking score on an easy touchdown that they shouldn't even have had because you got a genius calling fucking plays. This dude, I swear.
Let me guess, you're angry.
I'm frustrated.
Your animosity in your voice is
because I'm about to find his Twitter link and I'm gonna send him my keys to victory because obviously. He ain't paying attention.
They're going to ban him from Twitter.
I'm just saying. It's because it's utterly ridiculous to see him. Utterly ridiculous to see him repeat the same bullshit over and over again. Last week it was with a quarterback who got off the practice squad 3 days prior He threw the ball 31 times. They ran the ball 21. You had a 10-point fucking lead in the first quarter.
Sure, they did.
So why the fuck are you running the ball? Why aren't you running the ball? To establish the run.
Well, you can see the CBT's about to be emotional during this game, so I'm about to get off the air.
Yeah, I'm putting somebody in a chokehold listening to shit keep up, man.
Okay.
Bullshit.
After the phone call I saw you get, I need you to redirect that energy elsewhere.
I'm trying to.
You said I'm trying to.
You have any New Year's resolutions or anything?
I don't do resolutions. I make plans. I make changes in my life, but no resolutions. Huh? What you just said? I feel like he has so much shade to me.
I think that was something shady. I ain't heard him, but it sounded like it was something shady.
What? I brought you.
You make resolutions. You make plans. You make plans.
Why are you laughing at me? What did I say wrong?
You put a whole motherfucking life in it ruined.
I did not ruin anyone's life.
No, I said you put his life in ruin.
I did not put anyone's life in ruin. I did not put anyone's life.
Where did he go? Which way did he go?
I hate him, okay? I hate him. I didn't do anything of the sort.
The cat chasing his tail in the curl. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna get this motherfucker.
First of all, here's the thing. When people attempt to play games with me, they can't be mad when I'm better at it. That's why you say the same type of stuff, but I'm wrong.
But you have a different position where you're able to do things that I'm unable to do, and I would love to see how it would go. And the fact that it went that way, I'm like, God damn, I know that shit would work. And I'm like, man, because I can't do that shit.
See?
You did fuck up his life, though.
I did not. That's my thing. Don't play games with me.
Which way did he go?
Don't play games with me. You want some more? We're celebrating the new year. I'm sorry. It's only a little bit left. My bad.
You did fuck up his life.
I did not. I feel as though all is well. All is well.
She said, I feel that all is well.
I'm just saying, like, if you try to play games with me, my bad, it's no more coming out.
The fact that he's still calling, you don't know what the direction he's going in, means it's like, it's fine.
It's not my problem. It's not my problem. If you play games with people, which you shouldn't do, you shouldn't do that. I feel like you have opened the door to them doing the exact same thing back at you.
Okay.
And if they do the same thing back at you and it works a whole lot better, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I plead the fifth.
And then you know it worked because when you have like a whole year worth of data, then what, I mean, or more, a year or more of data.
Man.
Because there are a couple people that could probably say that, but no. You played the game, you didn't play it well, and you end up doing what?
Man,
what does DJ Khaled said? You played yourself, right?
If your woman thinks like a laptop, just take the V. Just take the L.
I'm just saying, like, you played yourself, and guess what? I'm gonna keep it moving.
I feel you. I mean, I'm not mad at you. Don't take it as being mad at you.
You just mad you couldn't do it. That's all that is.
Oh, Pete. I had some funny shit happen this past week.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
On my Facebook.
CB3 story.
On my Facebook inbox. Like, it's been this chick on my page who I looked at. I was like, she looked familiar, but she don't. I just keep on looking at her joint.
She got his baby.
CB4.
No.
Dang.
She found her.
But
she found her.
So this joint inboxed me, and she was like, "Yeah, remember we used to hang out when you used to live in Capitol Heights back in the old days."
Let me tell you, you got a baby in Capitol Heights.
So I'm trying to think. I'm looking at her pictures. I'm like, because now she got like wear a lot of makeup. You know, I don't deal with chicks that wear a lot of makeup and shit. So you got makeup. I'm like,
because you messed up her life, and now she feel like she gotta wear makeup all the time. She got self-esteem problems. Dang, CP3.
Well, nah, see,
I ain't made a dude wear makeup.
But see, that's the underlying issue there. She was a ex big girl that lost all her weight, and when she did, she got a like snotty fucking attitude. So the reason why we stopped being together because she didn't know how to shut her fucking mouth. She come out her mouth wrong too much.
Oh, she got a smart mouth.
Yeah.
And you got a smart mouth. So
yeah, and I try to keep it chill. And this is the one I told you, so I had to actually pick her up and put her outside my house and hold the door on her face because she wouldn't take no for an answer. Because she wanted closure. I wouldn't let her suck my dick. Yeah. I knew that was going to.
I should have known this story was going to take some
that's what she
CP3
wanted.
turn.
Yeah, that's what she wanted. And I was like, no, I'm not giving you closure. I know that's what you want. I'm not going to give it to you. So long story.
So that's what closure is.
For her, it was.
So you turned down some head?
I had somebody else to call, so it wasn't a big deal. But, yeah, I wasn't going to give her what she wanted.
But closure was fellatio.
That's what because she knew that was how she got me. So she knew.
So she was playing that card. Okay,
yeah, so she knew if I let her do that, I probably gonna let her stay.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
and
no.
She wanted to stay.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want closure, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fall for that shit again.
It's good that you didn't fall for
that. Yeah. So she hit me up. So I'm like, okay. I might holler at her to see what's up. She's talking about coming over to chilling sometime. I was like, but then she started getting smart in the mouth again. And I was like, now I remember why I
So is this the same chick?
No, that's not.
Oh, okay. So who hit you up?
Oh, that's something different. I'll tell you about that.
What? I thought that's what we was talking about.
That's the one that's the one.
So what did she say to get smart in the mouth that make you not want her?
No, because I made a comment. Somebody might take it wrong. I don't know. I said, I don't remember you wearing as much makeup as you think I was before. And I didn't think there was nothing wrong with saying that. And she got slick out the mouth. I was like, I'm just making an observation. I'm not judging you. I'm just making an observation.
CP3.
That's why you single.
CP3.
That's why you're single.
What's wrong with saying that?
Okay, look.
Sometimes when you make an observation, you don't have to say it.
In 2022, nigga, stop being the victim.
That's all you right there. Bro, I recognize you because you got a pound of makeup on.
Like I just do my eyes. I'm like, I know you like a fucking raccoon.
Be like, I ain't recognize you because you look like the mask.
You got a whole clown face on. I'm mad. Like what?
Were you attacked by Maybelline when you went to Facebook?
This is the reason why you are single.
Just
and he was like, I didn't think she was gonna get mad.
You like saying, were you in a photo shoot that went wrong?
And she probably thought she was fly. And her face, they say that's beat, right? She had her face was beat, and you was like, no,
your face is beat up.
Somebody beat you. That's what you think.
You like, would you fight Rocky before you got on the internet?
I'm not a makeup fan, so I mean, that's a turn off. She's like, we should hang out. I was like,
oh, because she got stuck.
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
But you don't, bro, you.
This is why you're single. This is exactly.
I know I'm a picky dude. That's why.
It's not about you being picky. You also rude.
From a rude.
I didn't say bitch you like a clown. I was like,
you wanted to. That's the thing. And she knew you wanted to.
Dog, you was like 3 words away from saying that shit.
Right? You just swap out 2 words and you were there.
I just said you wear more makeup than I used to see you wear. What is wrong with that? That's all I'm saying.
I ain't calling you a clown, but I think you clownish.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, I know what I can do.
Well, you have to point it out. You could have just said, oh, I ain't even recognize you.
That's kind of that's what I said. I looked
at it.
I went in your profile a few times, like, damn, she looked familiar, but I couldn't tell who it was.
Is that what you told me?
That's what I said when she first hit me up, and she was like, LOL. I was like, yeah, bitch, I don't.
We're done. This show's over.
I'm just saying.
Well, at least we solved the problem.
Yeah.
The last show of the year, we solved the problem.
Yeah.
CP3 is single because he's rude.
No.
Which is something that's not that difficult to imagine.
Any final words for 2021.
Without going old, like you don't gotta go old.
With this pandemic situation, all I can say is, man, live life to the fullest, live right, do right. You know, try to help your fellow man when you can. Strap up. Pull out if you don't.
You know what?
You say give advice. These are keys that help me get through life. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
What else you about to say? Tell us more.
I'm just gonna sit back and let this nigga talk.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Just love everybody, man. Just be good. You know.
Love everybody, but strap up.
But strap up, dog. You never know where people been, man. You never know, man. Never know, man.
You know, your time in the word just be off like a motherfucker.
I'm just saying, man. You say give advice going into the new year, man. You know, people going through a lot right now.
I said any last words.
I mean, people going through a lot.
But he's not talking about the pandemic and then
because
okay.
What did do?
Don't make pandemic babies.
I told you we got a cash bonus on the job, right? Mm-hmm. So what did do?
He called something?
No, he was like, I'm gonna do this money. I was like, you gonna get some pussy. So he decided he wanted to get his dick sucked by 2 chicks, and he paid $500 to get his dick sucked with his ass.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. This is the shit that goes on around my life right now.
Something's wrong with your life.
Did you tell him where to go?
He already knew where to go. Just the same.
Do you hang out with him on a regular?
I'm sure he does.
No, because he's a degenerate. I'm sorry. Some of the stuff he's already offered me $100 to watch me fuck. I'm like, dude. This is the first time I've asked somebody.
He was gonna pay you.
Yeah, he
to watch
you to see me because he's an older dude, and you know.
How does that conversation happen?
He's a degenerate, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Like he just be talking to yo dog. You know how he hang out.
We'll be talking about, we'll be having conversations about, real shit, and then we get to, some females or something. We'll be talking like, yeah, I'm dealing with this shit. You're like, you know what, man? I'll give you $100 to let me watch you fuck her. Like, I don't want to know you.
So $100 later.
Nah, I don't know that way. They might try to grab my ass or something. And I have to fuck him up, lose my nut, and that's a whole it's not gonna turn out right.
So if he doesn't grab your ass, you would take the $100.
Nah, man, like Dave Chappelle said, all my fantasies are one dick joint. Ain't no more dicks in my fantasies in my room. Nah, sorry, don't happen.
Understood.
Yeah,
I'll make a video.
How many times has he had that conversation with you?
Man, he asked me that shit like 3 times.
Oh, that's way too comfortable.
He really wants to watch you.
He's a degenerate. I ain't lying. That motherfucker is, he's on some shit.
Did you tell you? So this is for him. This advice is for him.
This advice for anybody that's going to end up like him. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what, CP3, you. I mean, you got anything ready here? I
have some things. It's not the same.
Okay.
I just want. What I've noticed trends. It's a lot of people hating on each other. If anything, last 2 years have let us know that we're not. Today's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. You can be gone at any given time. Stop hating on each other. There's enough room. It literally is enough room for all of us. For all of us to shine. And we kind of touched on that in the last couple of weeks in reference to, we talked about like women in hip hop, having enough space for everyone to shine. Men, women, a lot of these rappers that have been murdered during this year and last and the year before. A lot of times it happens because people are jealous.
True.
Like, just literally let everyone else shine and you focus on you shining. And if you really feeling some kind of way because somebody over here is shining, step your game up. That's the way you handle that. At the end of the day, you should only be in competition with yourself. Be a better you, every single day. And like I said, I don't make resolutions. So next year, I'm just gonna make changes, and that's because in order to grow, you need to make changes, and that's what I'm focused on. That's it for me. I'm positive. I'm not, in reference to what CP3 said. Honestly, I do agree with him with the strap up thing, but I feel like our demographic, they should know that already. We shouldn't have to say it, although we know there are things that we shouldn't have to say.
How many babies you know ain't Rona already?
I don't know any because I don't hang with a crowd that would name their baby Rona. I don't. I know people who have pandemic babies. I know people who are working on their second pandemic baby.
Covina. Yeah, I had a couple too that was working on. That's why I sold them a minivan.
Yeah, they need it. They need it.
I was like, yeah, I need a hobby.
It's kind of hard to have a hobby when you start feeling comfortable and you're making plans, and then boom, the world shuts down again.
Well, I'm not going to name no names, but somebody I know is getting a vasectomy, and just to avoid that situation. So.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that said they have gotten it. But the people I've known, they did it so they wouldn't have evidence of their behavior.
Well, this person, not really, but the other people I know, I was kind of behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they, never mind, I ain't going to get into that.
T, you was about to say something racist again?
No, I'm just saying, because, he did have some, kids outside of kids.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, how many kids he got?
And then he got like 3 outside of marriage.
You know what? What about the industry?
He needed a vasectomy.
Yeah, he got one too.
Mm-hmm.
Loving life, man.
Before the whole thing gonna fall off if he don't stop
sweet,
smoking.
sweet everywhere, man. He said he loving life.
The people that you hang around, CP3.
Yep.
Man, you live life, man. Can't let life live you. You gotta live life, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't me though.
You said what?
It ain't me though.
I mean, when you said that chick, I did find your son.
Man, he had too much. His hair was too curly, man. My hair ain't that
Okay,
curly.
first of all, the type of women that you like will.
My grade is fine. It's like his hair was too curly.
Like I said, the type of women that you like,
Man,
you may produce a baby that looks just like that.
It's possible.
Your texts are going off today.
Now that ain't my fault.
You see how quickly he threw me under the bus?
I wish my phone was going on like that. Like, you gotta wrap up. I got to strap up.
Yeah, we about to see y'all next year, man.
Alright. Happy
This joint is fair joint. Yep. ANT.
I came for real. Any names, I'm feeling like name for real. That shit a shame. Your stupid name for real. That's not your name for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your run every day, got my phone like a trick. She can sit on my ass, sure that's not how I'm living. Addicted on money, can't hold my game for real. Any names, I'm feeling like name for real. That shit a shame. Your stupid name for real. That's not your name for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your opinion, as long as I'm winning. Grind every day, got my phone like a trick. She can sit on my ass, sure that's not how I'm living. Addicted on money, can't hold with it. Early by nature, turning cold in the diamonds, turning seas into sirens. Ugly bitches get the high. Real niggas riding, making waves like Poseidon. Trailblazing, black blazing, no debating, not time. Got the game on the line, I'm killing top 10. Your bitch proud, putting too much work to fall back. She on my back, I can never look back. No, all the niggas spit is crack. Snow, when I drop, it's a snow glow. I'm on my game for real. Came from the bottom, team niggas, change for real. I've been starving for a meal. Rug rap baby like Phil and Lil. Now get baked like Uncle Phil. Neck on froze, man, I can't chill. Niggas be capping and acting, man. Fuck it, I might make a scene for real. Got my family out the trenches, doubting me, but they gon' come to their senses. All for all of these hinges. Now they trying to mend fences, but I'm all about all my game for real. Any names, I'm feeling like name for real. That shit a shame. Your stupid name for real. That's not your name for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your opinion, as long as I'm winning. Grind every day, got my phone like a trick. She can sit on my ass, sure that's not how I'm living. Addicted on money, can't hold my game for real. Any names, I'm feeling like name for real. That shit a shame. Your stupid name for real. That's not your name for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your opinion, as long as I'm winning. Grind every day, got my phone like a trick. She can sit on my ass, sure that's not how I'm living. Addicted on money, can't hold my game. So my daughter locked in the kennel. I'm rich.
I need my percentage. She calling me out, just said that I wanted to go to my city. Look, pussy admit it. We talk about money, I get it, I get it. Versace and Louis on me, that shit fit. I feel like Regina, but show me a titty. Y'all know my name, I know how to hit it. All of my shit was you made, the people we hang. Risking it all for the green. 20 rest shit is a dream. I get up on stage in the tank, I'm doing my thing. Feel like Brady, I'm building my tank. Back my bullshit is for what you think. I'ma do it, everything you lame. You dropping bodies, I put that on game. Taking these names, I feel like a game for real. That shit a shame, yes, your bitch name for real. That's not your main for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your opinion as long as I'm winning. Grind every day, got my family the drink. She can sit on my ass, sure, that's not how I'm living. Addicted to money, get for my game for real. Taking these names, I feel like game for real. That shit a shame, yes, your bitch name for real. That's not your main for real. I gotta go get it. Fuck your opinion as long as I'm winning. Grind every day, got my family the drink. She can sit on my ass, sure, that's not how I'm living. Addicted to money, get for what he win.